Thanks for coming in. What up, dog?
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Just my throat fucking sounds like shit.
Dude, that was a slaughterhouse in there, bro. It was great. That was fucking epic, bro.
Well, thank you, man. Thanks, bro. You know, I try. For the record, Hex is currently up 232x versus Bitcoin. Nice.
Nice. We were just, somebody was chatting about the Kevin situation and counterparty risk lending protocols in crypto.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to slaughter that horse anymore.
No, they're all fucking scams, dude. You give your keys to someone else. They say they're going to pay you more in the future. You lose all your money. You become a headline. X number of millions lost with lending provider goes out of business or gets hacked or exit scams or whatever the fuck. Over and over and over again. Pretty simple.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean,
Yet the only constant is
risk when you're supposed to have no middlemen in crypto. Why is everyone jumping off of cliffs to land into middlemen's D's? I don't get it, man.
Basically because they're noobs. People that have been in this shit long enough and shit go wrong enough times are like, yeah, that shit's if it's not your keys, it's not your coins. That's it. It's really that simple. So people that are too new, they don't get it. It's the reality. If it's not your keys, it's not your coins.
That's something that we have to deal with a lot of the time when we're dealing with onboards, right? It's like people, they're like, oh, Coinbase. Yeah, I got my crypto on Coinbase. Like, dude, no.
No.
You have to break it down, explain what the seed phrase is. You really have to break this stuff down, dude. It's not
true. It's true, man. So, how's it been going? Like, I wish I was doing more live streams and shit, but it's so boring for me to be like, yep, still waiting on devs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm waiting on devs. Waiting on devs. Like, what? There's nothing for me to say. Like, we have to wait.
I actually thought it was great. Like getting in Twitter Spaces, I was like, live streams are one thing, Twitter Spaces are a whole other thing. It's like
you're right.
Just being here, hanging out with us. That's like the biggest thing in the world for everyone here, and I speak for the whole room.
Thanks, man. Thank you, bro.
I think too, like one of the hidden values that kind of aligns with some of the OG Richard content is like you can be as savage as you want in Twitter Spaces, man. People eat that shit up out here. Like on YouTube, I guess you get a lot of folks like Grandma's tuning in, but out here on Twitter, dude, like the more outspoken you are, the more fire you bring. People love that shit. Right? Yeah. Like
I did good in that last one then.
When he started to throw some weak ass jokes at you and you just fucking decapitated them, it's like that's what the people want, man. Like this is the Coliseum. Like they want blood.
Dude, you slaughtered those fools. I was sitting there laughing, bro. It was great. I mean, look, they're great dudes. I mean, like, appreciate the space and everything. Like, no, not.
He was wasting everybody's time with those weak jokes, man.
Right.
If the jokes were good, it's like I like them, but like the weak jokes is like, dog, you're making us all look bad here. Like, stop trying.
Right.
Be funnier or stop.
Sure, man. That's but you also get to get all of that engagement from their followers. Like if these people want to work up to 200.
Can you guys record that so that they don't rug it or whatever? Can you record it off stream or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Actually, both of those spaces were recorded.
No, but you need to locally back it up.
Yeah, I got to go and back it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll throw that shit in a fire.
Mm-hmm. Anytime I do a stream with someone else, they delete their end. So
yeah. Bizarre.
You have to save your side locally or it will disappear. I mean, I've been rugged so many times. Well, I'm not rugged because I saved my side, but like these niggas be deleting their shit, bro. Like that dude, the Bitcoin guy, whatever the fuck his name was, that shit lasted like 4 or 5 days and it got deleted.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you delete it, bro?
Hey,
I killed that. What's up, man?
I just want to thank you for creating.
Oh, thanks, bro. My pleasure, man.
I've been following you since Top Hat days, and I just want to say thank you. But
my pleasure. Hey, everybody that's listening that doesn't like my outreach marketing, fuck you. It works. Seriously. Like, look at my follower counts. Look at the quality of the followers as well.
Yeah,
like I'm getting reached out to by Forbes and fucking like they're writing articles about me. Like people that write articles want them to be interesting. The shit I'm doing is interesting. just hearing that the crypto market's down 90% for the 10th fucking time is not interesting. So the only interesting shit going on in crypto that I know of is me and the bankruptcies. And that's it. And Pulse Chain big airdrop. It's the only good shit I know about in crypto. Everything else sucks.
Word. Hey, just a little housekeeping real quick. Like, I know everyone wants to be on stage with Richard. Like, I get it. But if you don't have anything to say, like, it helps me cycle people around because limited access to the dude. So let's try to get people that can actually, like, contribute.
Right. Another thing, by the way, guys, Bitcoin went down 73%. Ethereum went down like 80-something fucking percent. So if Hex does what it normally does, it's more volatile than both things and does like a 95. It's fucking normal. It ain't got to do with me twerking, dude. Everything's down. S&P's down. Cars are down. Watches are down. Ethereum's down. Bitcoin's down. Doge's down. Globally, everything's down. It's not because I'm twerking, okay? Don't call Vitalik when the fucking Ethereum price dips. Like, it's just like I should be like, I'm out here doing everything I can to promote because I can't. We have more devs than is imaginable. We have like there's nothing else I can do to make this shit go faster. It's going as fast as it can go. The only thing I can do is market shit I like. You guys should be doing that. When I see stickers all over the place, I love it. When I see, interviews and promos and new users and shit, I love it. So, go shake your ass, people.
Proof of twerk.
Yo, Richard, Hex Asians in the house. Thank you, Richard, for Hex and everything you're doing, brother. Love you. Konnichiwa from Japan. I'm out.
I would do it, but my throat's fucked. I would konnichiwa you right now, but my throat's fucked.
All good, brother.
So hit me, guys. What do you got? What do you got for questions?
I think this is the second or third time I got to go on stage with you, Richard. Thanks for taking the question. What's going on in the crypto market is pretty interesting, and especially for how long you've been calling it out with that long Twitter thread that all the times that shit happens in the crypto market, and you just say, like, I told you so, I told you so. And especially with Celsius and Banker, because that shows you CeFi with Celsius, but Banker especially, because a lot of Chandler Marines put their link in Banker, and I'm hearing a lot of bad things happening with them.
Well, their single-sided liquidity got rug pulled apparently. So.
Oh shit! So
yeah, they would give you like some type of impermanent loss insurance, and then they're just like, yeah, about that, not really, something along those lines.
Yeah, the whole marketing thing was like, they're better than Uniswap because they have impermanent loss. So a lot of people really like that about them. But now people are kind of losing money.
No. Once again, if only Richard Hart founded everything.
What's very interesting too is people are just getting so wrecked. And I was in another Twitter Spaces a couple of days ago, and they were just so frustrated. And they were talking about Richard Hart, and they were talking about how much of a genius you are when it comes to debating. And if anyone ever wants to debate him, you need a prep because he makes people look like fools.
Doesn't help if you prep though. Like, I'm still gonna do it anyway.
So you might want to prep your anus.
You're just gonna die slower. I mean, like the outcome is inevitable, bro. It's like, I can't lose. I can't lose a debate. It would need to be like the end of motherfucking Gladiator, where they like spiked him in the fucking lungs before the fucking debate. Like, I would need to have like some type of LSD dropped into my glass or some shit. And I might still win with some trippy arguments. Who knows? I'm just saying, like, straight up debate, I can't do nothing but win.
And that's the greatest thing. The storyline of Richard Hart still continues. He's still winning with Hex.com, and everything else is still getting wrecked. And I'm really looking forward to the documentary, and continue your success, sir.
Thank you, man. We all win together, bro. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's up?
You had your hand up forever.
Hey, Richard. Thanks, man. I just want to say thanks a million for everything you're doing. I can't tell you enough. You're putting people on the map that would have never had the opportunity to basically get there. The average person is going to have a life-altering event, and has been having life-altering events. We've been Orca and I and a bunch of other people have been talking a lot about current events, a lot of global events that are happening right now. We're trying to, spread the word about our future responsibility and everything that we're going to be responsible for, because we're probably going to be one of the most successful, if not the most successful ecosystem in the near to mid future, if not the long term too, of course. But my question to you, yeah, I mean, I just see it, man. My background is economics and money and banking, and I see it. My question to you is where you see the WEF playing out. Obviously, I've said this many times, and I know we all believe this, that PulseX is going to be the #1 layer ecosystem rolled out as we move past 2025. But what do you see the WEF doing regarding CBDCs, and how, maybe for people that are listening now, how, it's going to help people get around the very totalitarian, Orwellian, draconian, efforts that the elite are making on us all. They're really they're really making some moves, and we've seen this as this is like an avenue out of it, a way out of it, and we're all trying to figure out. There's a huge projects being put on this now and being built on this like never seen before, and just really curious as to your thoughts on what they're doing.
I think that answer your question is gonna be weird. So I care a lot about price. And so the WF doesn't affect crypto price for fuck. It doesn't matter. But the stock market does. So oddly enough, inflationary, fucked up, upside down clown world, print money out of thin air forever bullshit. It's actually very good for crypto. So when they finally finish crashing the market and decide to start devaluing the dollar again, that's probably going to pump the stock market and thus Bitcoin and thus the rest of crypto the hardest. Unless, look, we were 30x and Bitcoin went down half the first time, which is 60x in comparison. So hopefully we do correlate again. We might already be decorrelated now. Who knows, right? People eventually get tired of fucking selling. So I care more about what the Fed does in regards to price than I care about the World Economic Forum. And then there's people attacking way harder than the World Economic Forum. So for instance, there's the other large multi-government, non-governmental agencies, whatever the fuck they are. Who's the Lagarde lady? Who's she the mouthpiece for? Christine Lagarde.
IMF.
The mouthpiece for there you go. So the IMF has a lot more to say than the WEF. The WEF just had the worst marketing. They're easier to fuck with because their marketing is so obviously bad that they get picked on more. But in reality, the IMF is probably a way larger threat. And then
they're connected. They're still connected.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm just saying the IMF is way more of a threat because they add people to blacklists or not. So the WEF can't add you to a fucking blacklist. The IMF can. I think. Look, it's been a while since I played alphabet soup with this shit. I just haven't focused on it, right? The EU just passed a lot of fuck crypto in the ass. So, and that was neither of those entities. That was just two douchebags that happened to be in government that decided to make a terrible law. So two assholes that don't know shit about shit decided to make a terrible law, and there it is. It didn't have to do probably anything with either of those big entities, right? So legislation, man. It's the legislators are the most direct path to attack, and they're attacking. And
yeah, we were watching you watch the EU voting going on as you're tweeting it out.
Irritating. Man. Very irritating,
frustrating, bro. Man. I was punching a wall watching it happen myself.
Yeah, because you're these guys are just they're making their economies less competitive. The dollar's eating their lunch. They're at 10 and 20-year lows versus the dollar. Let me go look up the fucking Euro USD chart real quick. I remember this being at 10 and 20-year lows. Let's check it.
The yen, the euro, and the pound have been breaking down heavily. The yen just broke a 20-year inverse head and shoulders at the neckline going up. So everything's selling off against the dollar. You'll see the DXY run to probably 120, something like that.
So this right now, I'm looking at the fucking Euro USD chart. This is technically the last time it was this cheap was 2,000 days ago. So that's 7 years?
Yeah, look at the double top that it's got. That's got.
I mean, my chart when euro goes down. I mean, so basically like there's support at this area. There's support at this parity 1-to-1 ratio, at least on the Euro USD chart. So I wouldn't, this is support. There's support at this parity place, but it might not hold it. And it used to be as high as 1.6 in 2008. So 14 years ago, this shit was 60% more powerful. Anyway, the Euro zone fucked itself with this last crypto law that they did. And they're sitting on fucking support, which, it basically means it can't get any cheaper without, like, the chart looking like doom, like, fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway. So as far as, like, the anonymity shit, like, thank God for Tornado Cash, because, like, Tornado.cash, that's, like, the only fucking way to have anonymity in crypto, pretty much. If you use Monero, you can't get out of it. Oh, you got Monero. Cool. Now what? What are you going to do with it? You can't do anything with it. Can't buy coins with it. Where are you going to buy coins with your Monero? I guess Kraken supports it. I don't know. But like Tornado Cash, it's the shit, dude. Like you can get your privacy, you can get your anonymity, you can get your fucking human rights back. People don't realize that like privacy is a known human right, but for some reason people are so scared to even admit it. And then you're like, oh, you don't want to admit it? Well, just give me all your passwords then. You don't need privacy? That's cool. Give me your passwords. All of them. No? But I thought you didn't know privacy though. Oh, you lying? Ah, I get it. You're a fucking liar. Okay?
Well, there's going to be a day when this all rolls out and you're going to be nominated for a Nobel Prize. I got a good older friend of mine who I consider an uncle who is actually one of the guys who goes around the Nobel Foundation. It's some long name up there in Sweden. I can't pronounce it. I'll kill it. And Percy's going to hear from me. He's down in Miami and he's like an uncle to me. So I'm gonna absolutely.
I will add that to my bragging list, bro. If I can get the Nobel, it's just going to go right under the world's largest diamond, Nobel Prize winner.
I'm telling you.
Philanthropist. You'd be surprised at how much girls don't care about this shit. They really do not give a fuck.
They like your
cards. Not a single fuck given.
Let's go with some hands. Who's up next? Pulse? You're welcome.
You're welcome. Just real quick before we get on the hands, everybody retweet the room. Let's get as many people in here as possible. It's a good opportunity for people to learn, reaching people that we don't find on other platforms. And
I tweeted
Richard's point, man, for sure. To Richard's point, like we're in blockchain because we have censorship-resistant technology, man. So like, fuck the EU, fuck the WEF. Like, keep pushing and use Tornado Cash if you need that privacy. Like, this is designed to overcome the alphabet soup that's out there trying to suppress freedom of humanity.
Well, and if any of you guys listening are in the fucking government game, better laws make for better countries. If you can, somehow help create better laws, that's nice. Because, it's better when you're non-adversarial. If you have to be adversarial, it's just harder,
Word.
It's like winning fights is great, but not fighting is even greater.
Evade and avoid if you can. Speaking of better countries, hint.
Tell me. I mean, America is better than Europe in this regards.
I'm talking about Pulse Nation, man, your country.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, that's years out, bro. That's 7 years out, probably. It's out there still.
We're working on it behind the scenes for you.
Thank you, man. I mean, free zone in a country with no crime would be grand. That's the fucking dream starting point. Who knows what country that might be? I don't know. I haven't really put much effort into it.
God bless America, Richard. God bless America.
Happy 4th of July, bro.
Happy 4th of July, brother.
100%.
Thank you very much.
Just wanted to note that, Richard, you're bringing in over 1,500 listeners on a holiday evening. And, I've been here sitting on my dog ass and watching the whole entire crypto Twitter just burn week after week.
Wait till the next leg down.
Oh, 100%.
If you think it sucks now, wait till you get like under 17.5 on BTC, and then you'll be like, Yeah, once people are wrecked enough, they stop logging in. They stop checking their balances and shit. It's funny.
It's not even that, brother. It's the fact I just have to give you your flowers, man, because it's like you pulled in 20 minutes before that space got rugged. Man, you pulled in 1,500 listeners, and you know these spaces that go on have been.
There was 1,750 actually on that last one. Yeah,
that's pretty sick, dude.
We were actually crashing Twitter. Yeah, we were basically crashing Twitter.
Do you remember that time I ratioed MSNBC? They said like Elon Musk is an arrogant whatever. And then I posted my picture of my foot and I 10x ratioed their shit with my foot picture. They reposted that again. Like they took the same fucking post, the same Elon is a despot, an arrogant despot post. They posted it again. So then I had to repost my foot pic. And I'm like, hey guys, so we're doing this again, I guess? What the fuck? Like, I came here and smacked you around once already. I see that you want more. You know, right?
And they have 4 million followers. And yeah. So your tweets have popped in a bunch of new people. I've been working for 2 months with this group that's called Inner Coin Blockchain Beauty. And all of a sudden, all your tweets started popping up and they started following you. And they were like, what is this Richard Hart doing? They're like, his marketing is amazing. And so I set up a space with them.
It's foot pics, bro.
Yeah, like they love everything. They love all the outfits. They started like competing, competition about it. But we set up a space to onboard them to Hex. July 14 at 10 p.m. We're going to be gifting them Hex, at least 10 to 15 people. We're going to teach them about staking, and they're really pumped up. And if you want, you could do an interview with them. I know they're probably not a huge company, but I shot it to you in the DM, so check it out.
I'm so tired and voice fucked right now. I don't even want to think about any more interviews.
Not now, but
So guys, what we're going to do is about
Fox News soon. Like they messaged me, like Fox News wants to do an interview with me.
Guys, we got like 17 people waiting to request to speak.
Yeah,
so if your hand's not up, I'm going to drop you down. If your hand's not up,
I have one last really important question.
Go for it.
This talk on inflation has me thinking about hoflation. And do you believe in the idea that it's harder to get a girl that is worth it's like you have to work 20 times harder for a 20% less valuable girl?
I mean, like, basically the way girls kind of work is like the girls that are rated 10 usually get the guys that are 10s. The girls that are 9s usually get the guys that are 9s. Everyone tries to do the best they can do. And your best option is to improve yourself, because you'll bring yourself with you to your next relationship, and you'll always have a next relationship. But if you work sales instead of product development, and you're just working angles and game and shit, when that relationship like burns out, you're fucked on the next one. You're the same douche you always were. You just like being the best you is the best thing that you can do to get better chicks. So like drop weight, get your fashion right, get your posture right, have good frames, talk about good shit, That's like your best bet. But you also do have to go out. Like you have to step outside the fucking house or be on social or whatever. But I don't see any type of actual inflation. Like everything appears to me to be the same it's always been. I'm not sensing any shift in the force, other than like secular COVID kind of shit. Like people get a little hornier right after they get off COVID lockdown kind of shit. Usually people get horny when it's hotter out too. So, but I think the game's always the same. It's always been go read my book, Survive. Go to the respect section, romance, and some good shit in there.
Lazy things. Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna go to
who's next?
Let's go to KG. We're gonna go to KG, guys. I'm gonna call hands, right? Because everyone's got hands up, so we gotta respect the hands. Let's just go one at a time. KG, if your hand's not up, I'm gonna drop you down so I can.
Lazy was here first. Let's give Lazy a chance. He was here first.
All right, my bad. Go ahead, Lazy.
Hey guys, happy 4th of July. Thanks for hosting the space, Orca. Nice to meet you, Richard. I've just got a question about markets. Now, I'll give you a bit of background about us. We've got like 40 million followers across Web2, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. I'm personally interested in cards and watches and all these kinds of alternate investments. And what I found, including with NFTs, is that the community is great until things start getting a bit tough, and then the community starts doom posting, and in addition to everybody else doom posting, it starts to sort of create a groundswell of negativity. And so
I think it's because of the size of the movements. I mean, you're talking about people making 10, 100, 1,000x, maybe 10 and 100 in NFTs. I'm not an expert on them really, on their price charts anyway. I'm an expert on a lot of other price charts. So if you're talking about like a price move of like 10 and 100x up, and now you're going down like 90, 95%, that type of drawdown has an effect on people that the limp dick, oh, I lost 20% on this card, just don't have, you know? So like, if you had this type of volatility in watches and baseball cards, then you would see this type of doom posting and shit. Like, so it's a function of the amplitude of the volatility is the reason. It's not because they're like that different as far as collectibles go.
Yeah, well, and what I've seen as well, and first of all, I thought it was just what people say when the market starts getting bad, but people always say the cream rises to the top. And I've definitely seen that in sports cards, like the cards that nobody can get and that show up for sale once every 3 or 4 or 10 years. Once they hit the market again, it doesn't matter what the market's like. There's still enough people with enough money that are chasing those particular really rare variants for that card to always...
Maybe, but the difference... I do agree with that, but I want you to understand that NFTs aren't that. So I have watches you can't get. Most watches have gotten fucked in the ass. The watches that I got, you still can't get them. Their prices are holding up pretty good. So, like, most of my, like, sick as fuck impossible to get watches are holding up pretty good. You know, some of them take a 20% hits, whatever. I knew this. I called the top. I called the watch top as well. But I don't have time to play, like, get out of my watches because I'm building world-changing shit, you know? So...
And I suppose that was my question, like, taking it back to NFTs for a moment, because there's no, in inverted commas, tangible element to an NFT other than, let's say, utility.
It's not the tangibility that's the problem, it's the time warping. So you can make a better substitute NFT with just better art, but you can't go back and make a 20-year-old baseball card. So it's easier to introduce substitute goods to dilute NFT markets than it is to travel back in time to get something that is old. I think that's the primary difference, other than the fact that, like, NFTs are like, try and invent a watch manufacturer and make a good watch versus try and make a good JPEG. And you'll find it's infinitely easier to make the JPEG. And so I think that NFTs are a much less rare and much less scarce market than the fake pseudo gambling mechanism has caused them to look like. It's just, you know, with fucking JPEGs on the roulette wheel instead of numbers. So the real utility in NFTs is gambling. It's not actually art.
So playing that out, then let's just use your old baseball cards as an example.
Sure.
Do you then think that, like, the crypto punks, which are like sort of like the original generation of NFTs, and possibly then like Bored Apes that have got all the hype around it and the big bag holders, do you think that they're long term going to do okay, or do you think that they'll
I think that now look, a lot of NFT guys have participated in my stuff. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. But I think the world's a better place if people stop overpaying for serial numbers loosely related to JPEGs. I don't think the world's a better place with people overpaying for that shit. I don't. If all that shit went to zero, I would feel better.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay.
I think that makes the world a worse fucking place.
So do you think that there is a place for them, or do you think that it's better off?
I think there's a place for art. I think there's a place for collectibles. I think there's a place for paying reasonable prices for them. But I think if you paid $1 million for a serial number loosely related to a JPEG that you don't even have the rights to, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that. I mean,
you can go buy real art that is really limited and really pretty, and you can't get another one, you know, and you can't get rug pulled, and the hosting can't go down, and they can't change it to a dick butt pic. They can take all these stupid JPEG project bullshits and just change them all to dick butt pics.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the benefits of NFTs in particular is that the artists can continue to get secondary resales. But I mean, I get the arguments that you're saying.
It's good for the artist, but how the fuck does it help the retail? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I only get 90% of the thing I bought. Like, it's not a free ride like your fucking retail. It's not just, like, I agree it's good for the artist, but it's not good for the retailer.
Yeah.
You know, so like
where the artist is getting 0%, it's better than nothing. But I see what you're saying.
Why the fuck do they deserve anything? Why do they deserve anything? Explain that to me. When I buy a car and then I sell it to someone else, does fucking Lambo get a 10% cut on this shit? It's disgusting. It doesn't even make sense. Why the fuck does the fucking artist deserve 10% cut when I'm the one selling the fucking thing? I got to do the marketing. I took all the risk. I put the fucking money up. I paid this motherfucker in full. And then I still got to give him 10% for what? It's stupid. It's the reason you don't see it anywhere else. I don't have to give the manufacturer a 10% cut when I sell my fucking car. I don't have to give Rolex a 10% cut when I sell my fucking Rolex. I don't have to give Bitcoin a 10% cut when I sell my fucking Bitcoin. I don't understand why people think it's okay that you leech your ass on and fucking rent seek on some shit. Like 100 years later, you're still going to be getting fucking royalties off of this thing. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
As the original creator, I mean, I see a lot of validation around secondary resales to artists. But I mean, I get what you're saying. There are some other examples like royalties and things like that with television shows. But I mean, each to their own. I think it's important if we want artists to keep creating, to make all these things that we.
But I think if you pay an artist enough with that resale shit, they'll literally stop creating. I think a large part of art is pain. Like, these niggas need money to get the fucking paintbrush out. A lot of the time. That's how I feel about it.
What about musicians? I understand the PFP artists. I can't stand PFPs for the most part. But I see a function being stacked.
You're never getting paid for
versus
NFT
labels.
music, dude. It's never happening. That ship has sailed. Music is free. Do live shows if you want to make money. That market's already fucked. Like, the market's fucked already. It's not getting unfucked. People aren't going to decide, like, you know what? This would be like trying to charge people for Internet Explorer. You could try. Go ahead. Go make a fucking Internet Explorer and try and charge for it. Go try and charge music. Try and sell CDs and shit. That ship sailed, man. The market's been demarginalized. People are used to paying zero and will only continue paying zero. This is the reason all the news sucks, because no one will pay for news. So the news that you get's the worst news possible. The shittiest, clickbaitist. And then, look, I even teach you how to fucking skip paywalls. That's how shitty I am. Just keep slamming the escape button. Works most of the time. As soon as it loads, start mashing escape. There you go. Or you can use archive.org. So, like, you know.
KG, you're up.
Good questions, man. Good questions, NFT guy. I appreciate it.
Richard, how's life treating you, bro?
My throat's fucked up, and I've gotten so much pussy that's amazing. I'm drowning in pussy. I love it.
Wow. All right. I
love
would
pussy,
say I'm
dude.
sorry, but good for you, dude. Hey, I'm happy for you. Happy for you. So I want to bring up what's been, there's two sides to this debate in the community, and I wanted to see if you could shed any light and possibly dispel the disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
Are you waiting till the bottom of the market to launch Pulse Chain?
Nope. I'm not.
There it is.
I'll tell you why.
There it is.
So here's why. We got to launch at zero for tax shit anyway. So shit needs to be worthless when people get it. So if it's going to launch at zero, anyway, the motherfuckers want to dump at zero because they're stupid. Get shaken out at zero if you want, you know? So, like, because of that mechanic, I would feel comfortable launching as quickly as I could. Now, there is some chance that I'm just not thinking about it clearly enough because I haven't put that much fucking effort into it, like this particular mechanic. And the reason I haven't had to put any effort into this mechanic is because I don't have a fucking choice, because the shit ain't ready. It's not ready. If it's ready if we wanted to launch with attack vectors that we know could be executed. that would pause the network. It wouldn't cause people to lose money, but it would stall the fucking network. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I like 100% uptime. So we need to fucking wait. So like, you know, it's a fine, if you're gonna have to wait, waiting during a bear market is a wonderful time to wait, you know? But this is not me like purposely holding the software back. This is me waiting for awesome software to continue to be written. And it's standard par for the course. We endured the same exact shit when Hex was being built. It's just normal. The Ethereum guys are enduring the same shit now. Like, building secure, good software takes fucking time, and that's it. And there's nothing you can do to speed it up. I've done everything that you can do to speed it up. I got 14 devs now. It's a lot of devs. I can't reasonably add more. It's not possible. So we're maxed the fuck out. We're operating. We've even got parallel backup teams in case one team fucking fails, the other team's rolling. Like, I've done everything I can behind the scenes to make this shit be awesome. And now the only thing I can do is make it. So that's what I'm doing. And it sucks. It sucks that everyone else, you know, they don't get what's going on. They don't understand that I'm doing the right thing. And it's hard for me to do, and it's time consuming. You know how hard it is to never wear the same clothes twice? Like, it's actually hard. I dare you to fucking try it sometime. And then to go do selfies and shit, it takes forever, dude. Like, it's time consuming as fuck. But if you're doing marketing, this is what marketing is. Like, you know, it's getting your name out there, it's getting your face out there, it's being interesting, it's being outrageous, it's being fun, it's being right. And I'm doing those things, and it's the best. Those are the best things I can be doing at this time. And wait till the fucking documentary comes out. Shit should be fire, dude. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
KG, you good?
Wanted to say thank you for dispelling that rumor.
Can't hear you.
Pleasure.
Yeah, you sound right.
You just said thank you for dispelling the rumor, and you're welcome.
Yo, is it me?
Ryder and then me.
Oh, okay. Could you mind if I go? Because I'm in the UK. Like, time is so like, bro, I've been up for like 6 a.m. almost here.
I've been up for 48 hours, but go ahead.
Oh, thank you, bro. You're a real G. Yo, what's up, nigga? Yo, Richard.
Chilling,
Yo, bro.
chilling.
Bro, I'm 21. I've just finished my finance degree. You know what I mean?
Nice. Useless, but yes.
Yeah. I heard about you through a TikTok. I don't know. All throughout the bullshit, dude. I was seeing all these other guys, but like, I'll be honest, I gotta
make a TikTok. I gotta make one of it.
So what happened was last year I was actually like in the middle of my degree. I was about to finish it. I got like a job, but my parents pay my way through college.
Nice.
And then and then what's it called? I had $1,000 from this job. It was like one of the first jobs I actually was actually on it. And then I put it into like 5 cryptos on random from a TikTok, as you do.
Oh, God.
Now, but in that time, it was good, bro. You know, if you did this in the summer when Bitcoin was at 30K, that was great to get in. And then obviously there was like one video of you popped up on TikTok, just like harassing one of these Bitcoin noobs, bro. You harassed him, bro, till the guy didn't know what he was saying. And I was just like, nah, that's what he's saying. So after that, I bought like $40 at that time. Then I wasn't so sure because everyone's calling it a scam. At that time, it was even more a scam, like when you looked on Twitter. And then now, fast forward, when it dropped past a cent, I put in like 1,000, and now I got like 13,000 coins. I staked them for like 90 days.
Cool.
I also got into the PulseX sacrifice phase. I could never get into the Pulse chain. I really appreciate that as well. Nice. And my question actually to you, bro, is I'm about to graduate, and I'm thinking of putting a large. My father died when I was 18, and I'm thinking of putting a large amount of the insurance money he gave me into this one project that I want to do. I sent you a screenshot of it, a screenshot of the whole listed thing. If you want to just read
your project probably sucks.
I want to hear it from you though. I want you to read it. And then you tell me. No, not. It's not crypto related. It's not crypto.
No, I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, so I used to give like startup advice and invest, like, you know, I'm a serial entrepreneur, right? I've had a lot of businesses. I can give you advice on how to market and hire and, you know, design a product and structure the pricing and shit. And like, crypto fucks all that up. So like nowadays, in the old days when it was just business or work for somebody, it was very obvious. Like business wins.
Mhm.
But now it's like business versus crypto and shove your thumb up your ass. And crypto wins. Like, how the fuck are you going to outperform? Like, when the bull run comes,
Yeah.
how are you going to outperform Hex or Pulse or Ethereum?
Yo,
Like,
Richard,
how?
can I say
Like,
something?
you just
I'm
can't.
21,
Like,
bro. I got
no,
a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying, like, you
energy.
can't.
Yeah.
No, but like, I don't give a fuck if you were like, if you were Paris Hilton, like, or whatever. Like, to outperform shit that goes up fold is nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible. For any normal business to even do a goddamn 10x is nearly impossible.
So, Richard,
So crypto fucked up business, basically. Like, just tell me your business, dude. Just say it.
Okay, let me just say it. So basically, I want to start this dating app. Basically, I want to do
Terrible.
a dating app. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I wanna do a dating app that's direct to consumer. So I feel that Instagram is just.
You're gonna lose all your
Tinder-
money.
No,
You're
no,
literally gonna lose all your
Can
money.
I say wait, Richard?
Let me tell you about dating apps. The majority of dating apps are scams. They have bots message the guys acting like they're actual girls. The guys have to pay to respond. Ty Lopez used to run this scam. This is an old Ty Lopez scam. So like the whole dating industry sucks. You will lose all of your fucking money. It's a terrible idea.
Everything is opportunity cost in investing, man. Opportunity cost. There's nowhere that you can put money that's going to outperform anything that Richard is creating. End of conversation, man. We're going to move on.
I mean,
Thank you, Richard.
I want to, yeah, like I hate to like a dude that's like studied business, study finance and shit. I hate to like just crush your dreams like that. But like even the guy that founded fucking BitPay is successful. If he had just stuck with his coins in his pocket instead of working hard to make a business, he'd have more money. And he'll tell that himself. Tony Gillespie from BitPay will tell you that himself. If a fucking crypto business couldn't outperform crypto, your shit normal legacy business has been around for 20 fucking years. Definitely can't outperform crypto, bro. I wouldn't do it. You'll lose your money. You'll lose your money and you'll miss buying crypto. So
100%. Either Rock or MC3. Not sure who's up next. Rock or MC3.
I think I was up next, actually.
Whoever, just go.
Just let Roger go.
Less
Yeah,
negotiate,
my bad,
more
right,
ask
yeah.
questions. Go.
Okay, all right. So,
I'm
it's
putting
okay.
names out there that I think, and they're going to go, right? So don't go back. Rock
Edison. Hey, Richard,
All right.
Rock Edison here. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Nice to talk to you. I have a question about the correlation and maybe incentivizing liquidity pairing with USDC for Hex. Is there any way to do that?
I thought the ETH guy fucked off. Like the guy that was like linking Hex to ETH. Like I think he pulled his shit and market sold it. I think he was the dip. Like there's some big dip. And I think it was that guy. I'll go check the pools right now. Give me a second.
While he's doing that, y'all, retweet the room, get a bunch of people in here, put some cool hashtags or whatever the fuck you do, but try to get some more people in here while we got them.
I mean, three, 11, 12. What's fucking 630 ETH worth? Oh, jack shit, right? 630. What is it, like a grand now? Oh yeah, we're already tied to USDC. So like the Hex ETH pair has only got 630 bid on ETH, but the USDC pair has like 10 million bid. So like it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. Napkin math right here on USDC. So we're already primarily USDC paired from what I see.
Nice.
We were temporarily like for a couple months, if my memory is correct, to ETH. Not primary, but just like there was a lot of liquidity in ETH there, but it's not there now. So we're primarily USDC liquid from what I see.
Okay. One more thing I want to bring up. Testnet, I've been dealing with it pretty much every day since it was launched. And not only is it working well, but it's been a good education to play with all that free money.
I'm glad to hear it, man.
Yeah, so
imagine one day when that's fucking real and mainnet. It'll be great.
I cannot, because it will make me crazy if I do.
Dude, I can't wait. I mean, I am waiting, but like I would like to see it.
But I have I've pretty well built my bags up over the time of B2B anyway, and it's been amazing. So
nice, dude. All right, bro. Well, good question, man. We're gonna grab the next guy.
I appreciate you, Rich.
Thank you, man.
Ryler, then Dolo, and then MC 323.
All right. Thanks, Circa, for letting me come up here. Yeah, so Richard, I think we spoke in the last room briefly, but I wanted to see what you thought the future of Web3 and how it's going to integrate with like the greater reach of society.
I think Web3 is a fucking scam. I hate the term. It disgusts me. Some kumbaya fucking bullshit. Like, I don't get it. Like, tell me what Web3 is.
It's like a reference to a blockchain. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is, how do you see the technology?
Do you see what I mean? Like, do you see how scammy that is? So if the question really is, do I like blockchains? It's like, yes. But you can see the fucking scam in calling shit Web3, right? So like, from my perspective, like Web3 means like, oh, you can log in with your Ethereum address instead of having to do some other bullshit. Okay, well then just call it that. I don't like, I hate, I pretty much hate all the word salad fucking buzzword bullshit. So it's just like when Jack decided that he was going to do Web 5 or whatever the fuck. And he just like skipped 4. And then I'm like, all right, well then fucking Pulse Chain is like Web 10. It's gross, you know? It's not a real thing. I think my call dropped. Of course it fucking did.
Right, if you don't have any questions, Dolo, go ahead.
Am I back alive?
Yeah, you're still there.
Oh, cool. So like, I love the idea of replacing centralized bullshit with decentralized stuff. I really do.
That's Web3.
But the assholes popularizing Web3 generally seem like kumbaya fuck, like not really about it, cypherpunks. Like, it seems like a bunch of venture capitalists, vulture capitalist fucks pushing fake centralized shit, fake DeFi people is what it seems like to me. So like, I don't really like the term Web3. Next.
Dolo, go ahead.
Yo. What up, Richard? What up? Been killing it, dude. You've been doing
Thank you, bro.
Fucking outrage.
If the market worked as hard as I worked, the price would be $1 trillion. So yes, I'm trying.
I hit you with the N-word pass card real quick.
Thanks,
just so motherfuckers wasn't gonna, hop on your.
I give it a soft A. The soft A. Let me live.
No, I had to hit you. And Orca's funny because he switched his hands to black hands, motherfucker. But you guys are dope. I love what you're doing, Orca. That stream you guys just had with whales. Very intricate. A lot of people out here aren't paying attention to what's going on. I know I'm supposed to be asking a question, but there's a lot of shit going on in this world, especially here in the States, and we all know why you ain't over here. There's too much shit.
Well, it's just too violent, truthfully, dog. Like, the police want to get you, and the motherfucking criminals want to get you. And everybody's crazy, man. I'm from Florida. They eat your face. The normal population wants to get you. Like, it's just too fucked up. Look, if I was born in, like, the middle of America, away from the fucking water, probably shit would be fine. But where I'm from, bro, it's fucking mad violence constant. It's not good. And every time I go back to visit, I see that shit. And I'm like, oh, it's all risk. Nope, don't want it. Yeah, it's not good. People don't understand, man. That fucking shooting in Las Vegas was like the final straw. I'm like, I do not want to go see this shit. When that dude put like 30 fucking 100 round clips into the fucking concert in Vegas, and there was no way to counter, like, what are you gonna do? Return fire? He's fucking 30 stories up. You can't return fire. Like, and you ain't even allowed to carry it to concert anyway. So like, it's fucking, I was like, no, dude. So I like to go places where I ain't worried about no dude with 100 machine guns raining hot death for 30 minutes on no fucking concert I'm at. I went to a concert. I ain't worried about getting lit up by no machine gun. I'm cool with that decision. If motherfuckers that live in America don't understand that, I don't know what to say, man. Like, maybe you too pussy to carry a gun. I used to carry. Shit's hot. I don't like my pants being pulled down one side. I don't like wearing a vest. It's too hot. So I live places that's fucking safe and shit. If y'all niggas want to live in the Wild West and get shot at, go fucking ahead. But don't talk shit because I made the right choice. I made the right choice. I ain't get shot at. I'm happy. Life's good.
People are sleeping on the fact that they can be the Fed and the IMF and the bank.
Nice.
It's fucking
nice.
I really
good system. Tax is a good system, bro.
Yeah.
Proving itself. Proving it.
Take your time. Don't rush.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, brother.
MC, go ahead, and then Angel.
Hey there, Richard.
Go.
I'm a total pleb, and I cannot believe how awesome your community is. I found you in January. I just got to praise you for a little bit, man, because the truth that you espouse to the community of people everywhere around the world is amazing. So I found myself in a situation where, we sold a rental house, and it just happened to be at a great time to sell. And I'm 42. My mom was like, why don't you put the money in crypto? And I was like, oh my God. So it put some pressure on me to look into a safe move.
Your mom told you to buy crypto?
Yeah, she's 80. And
you must have genius in your fucking lips, bro. Like, wow, that's epic.
I feel like it's epic, Richard, because
that's epic, dude.
I was like, I can't F this up for my family. And
yeah,
we only have a couple rental houses, and this one needed to be sold. So I'm telling you this because it's like a lot of money to me. And I had to get like a business account, and I got my money onboarded, and learning how to do all that has been a hellacious thing.
Yep.
So what I'm trying to get to is basically I actually am going to I'm start DCAing this month, and I was so lucky that Coinbase held me up, because I was going to get in at 15 cents and stuff like that, 10 cents.
Luck is a thing, bro. It happens.
Yeah, and so I like some projects in your ecosystem. I love fiat, but I just don't have the bandwidth to learn it. I love Maximus, and then they have these two new projects coming out, which I think they're going to be terrific. And those are really, other than like meme coins and stuff, I really think that those are functional things and there's like,
Hold on. I zoned out for a second. What are functional things?
The most functional things I'm trying to figure out how to what to invest in your ecosystem, because
only one thing exists right now.
Hex.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
So I'm gonna get my doubles.
Everything else, you got to wait for it to exist.
Excellent. Do you have a question? Because now we have a lot of people waiting.
Okay. Here's
my his question is probably better than all your guys' questions. His question is like, how can he enrich everyone else on the call? So why don't you let him finish?
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Jesus. This motherfucker's like, how can I buy? Everyone's like, shut the fuck up. It's like, hey, what?
Stop pumping my back.
Why don't you guys shut the fuck up? Let him figure out how to participate.
So I'm a total newbie. I've got $400,000 in cash, and it's all sitting in a legacy bank account. I finally Coinbase fucked me up so bad that I had to get an account at Gemini. I just got it last week. And so I put $40,000 into the account at Gemini, and I'm like, holy shit. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to
do not sacrifice. That shit's over. Don't.
No. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. No, I meant to say DC. I'm going to DCA in.
Okay.
And then get my doubles, and then I think I'm going to do DCA a little bit in July, a little bit in August.
What do you say when you say get your doubles? What does that mean?
Well, it means when the copies...
You're talking about participating before Pulse Chain exists. Okay, I understand.
I want to be able to
in before copies. The fork. I get it. I understand.
So what I want to do with my copies is I want to get PulseX, that incentive token. I really want to get that, and I don't hear very many people talk about it. And then so could you elaborate?
I don't think that one is going to have as good tokenomics as everything else. Because like, I that's the reason you don't hear about it. Because like, we know that Pulse X burns a lot of the fees. We know that Pulse Chain burns a lot of the fees. But incentive token, it's not deflationary, it's inflationary. Okay. So like, I mean, it seems like the incentive token is kind of its primary like claim to fame is that there may be liquidity on the other coins tied to it, and then it may float with, you know, Pulse and Pulse X's price, maybe, right? Like I can't give you expectations. But like yeah, I mean, I'm not as excited. That's, of all the coins, that's the one I'm least excited about. It's the least exciting to me. Now, maybe it might work out that for some weird reason it's just awesome. But like, I think Pulse Chain is awesome. I think Hex is awesome. I think Pulse X is awesome. The incentive token, maybe it'll end up being good, or maybe it'll suck. I'm not sure. You know, it's like it's a fucking incentive token. Like so it's like, okay, let's take Uniswap, right? Uniswap has a token, Uni. Why is it worth anything? It has absolutely no relationship to Uniswap, the functioning exchange, at all. None. But it still has billions of dollars of value. Why? Don't know. So, you know, it's the incentive token may gain value. Like I'm least excited about it. I hope it's fucking great, but like I think the other coins are better designed.
Got it. I think I'm just gonna, for legacy purposes, just stake and be happy, and know that I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I do, when I say do something crazy, it actually is regarding Fiat, the company, Fiat.io. It's not crazy, but not knowing what I'm doing would be freaking crazy in that system. You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion
so like
on that?
You've got years of chart available for Hex. Hex exists now. You know, the dip is harsh. So like, I have no problem suggesting to my best friends in the world that they buy Hex right here. I have no problem doing that. And I have friends that, for somehow magic, they missed when Hex launched and they kicked themselves very hard. And now they're able to get in, you know? Yeah. And so I'm happy to suggest it to my best friends, you know, with caveats, like I'm not a financial advisor and do your own research and all that shit. But like, so like as the founder, I believe in Pulse Chain, I believe in Pulse X, I believe in Hex. Incentive token, I hope it works out, but we'll see. And I don't know, like it seems like you just need to choose like the rate at which you want to DCA in and how much you want to allocate to Hex, because it exists now. And then it sounds like you're going to be sitting on USDC until the other shit hits market, is what it sounds like.
I think I want to keep some USDC so that I can buy
until Pulse and Pulse Chain come out.
Yes, sir.
Or until Pulse Chain Pulse. It seems like reasonable path. I mean, I don't see any problem with that.
Can I ask you a macro question before we get off, please?
Yeah. Yes.
One more.
And thanks so much for asking the most important question in crypto, which is, how can I participate?
Thank you, Richard. You're
and
so
thank
cool.
your grandma for me personally. She seems amazing.
She's my mom, and she's gonna hear this.
Your mom. Nice.
Can you say hi, Mom, please, for me?
Hi, Mom. There you go.
Okay.
My pleasure, man.
So my macro question is, because I heard you talking about Web3, and that's amazing, and it's how stupid you think it is and all that. But when do you think that mortgages are going to eventually be like on the blockchain and people can buy shit, buy properties and like?
Well, I just talked to a guy in mortgages a few hours ago, and he leaked me that data about Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, like not buying up people's loans anymore, which is going to make the cost to get financing just insane. You know, if what he's saying is true. That's how rumors are. You don't really know if they're true, but this dude's pretty smart.
When do you think that?
And then
go ahead.
Well, he mentioned that one of those two entities actually would already accept crypto as collateral for loans, which I thought was very interesting. I was like,
wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it only helps the unwrecked. Like the wrecked, their shit is not useful for collateral because it's not worth anything because they got wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good questions, man. Good luck, bro. I hope it works out for you.
I really like you a lot, Richard. You're so
Thanks,
wonderful.
brother. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, Hex Love. Thanks for coming
Digital,
up
what's
with it.
up?
Thank
Follow
you, guys.
Orca, myself,
Pleasure, guys.
Nicole, and follow any of us up here. We'll help you along the way, man, to get you going. And if you ever have any questions, we're always here to help you. Okay.
Best crypto community in the world, really is.
We're gonna
Thank
call
you.
a quick audible. MC, hang tight for a second. Psych Direct, you're up.
No, I want Fidgetal, man. Let Fidgetal talk.
Yeah, let Fidgetal talk.
I'm
sorry.
What's going on, guys?
Go ahead, Fidgetal. I'm sorry.
Happy 4th, y'all. So I'm just looking at the Hex real quick. I do real estate regularly. I do large scale developments.
All right.
I hadn't heard the Fannie Freddie stuff. I'm pretty bullish on real estate, seeing as how most of the subprime right now is credit cards and cars, which is almost too fungible.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Sure.
I mean, so I've had this conversation with a developer once before, and he said something similar to shit you're saying. I think that, like, most people care whether the price of the home they're in gets wrecked or not, because they use that to get home lines of credit and fucking feel rich and shit, or they could sell it and be rich. And so, like, I think that the market for developers is different than the market for normal Joe homeowner. Is that true?
Agreed. But there's also a huge misnomer. So when you see advertising online, and I'm sure you know this, that says that interest rates going up mean that borrowing to finance properties or SFR or single family residences goes up is a misnomer, right? It doesn't affect anything except for non-fixed, and most people have fixed at the moment. So if you have an arm,
that's totally not true. That's true for people that already have loans. It's totally not true for people that want to get loans in the future.
Understood, but it's also a choice price, right? It's a choice price of lending. It's not necessary in terms of where the market goes, but I agree.
So you're going to get massive foreclosures from the poor bastards that do have variable rate, and you're going to get no new purchasing because the cost per month went up 2x. So you can only get half the house for the same money now for new guys.
What nobody's talking about in reality, if we want to get doomsday, which sucks. So I'm a real estate attorney as well. The moratoriums that were put in place because of COVID, especially with regards to fixed price housing and Section 8 and rent control stuff, there's a doomsday coming, and the fact that if you own rent control properties, the biggest thing you do, it costs in LA, it costs about 125 grand to get somebody out of a rent control property, unless they are behind in rent. There's about a 60% glut right now.
It's cheaper to get them out then? Is it cheaper to get them out if they're behind?
It's $5,000. It's $10,000 max.
Right.
It's gonna be a huge boom. And this wasn't the conversation I was gonna have, but I'll have it.
But that's gonna amplify supply. So getting those guys out will either amplify supply of rental, or it'll amplify, if they want to sell it, it'll amplify supply in the sales side. There's no way that's bullish for price. That's bearish for price.
But it's going to leave tons and tons and tons of people homeless or
sure. Yeah.
And the ramifications are huge. My question was really sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry. I used to be a mortgage broker too. Or let me rephrase that. I used to have a mortgage broker license. It's different. I didn't fill out any 1031s or nothing. I just could if I wanted to.
Were you there through 2008?
Nah, I was out way before then.
That was a So my question is, and it's a genuine, honest question. So I was looking at the APYs for Hex. How's it sustainable?
Oh, because it's only paid to a very small portion of the participants. So the reason that you can get on average 38% is because only 10% of people are staking. If 100% of people staked, you would only get like 3.69%. And then there's another little caveat in there, in that as a new staker, you get much less reward than an old staker, because an old staker locked in his earlier T-share price, which was much lower. But since the price of T-share in Hex only goes up in Hex terms, newer stakers receive less yield for the same input. And so the 38% that you see accounts for the average stake length of 6.8, the earlier cheaper shares, which you can't get now. And so, like, as a new staker, you're going to get less return than that because you can't get shares as cheaply. Now, you can try and make up for that by staking longer to amplify your yield. And by the way, like, the coin went up 1,000,000%. The APY is 38%. The vast majority of your yield comes from the price movement, not from the APY. The APY is just extra awesomeness. So and if magically the market was flat or down, then the APY matters a lot. But like in a bull market, all of the important part of the yield is in the price chart and not as much in the APY.
And how does that fare if the markets, especially the money markets and precious metals, dip even further? And
metals is meaningless. Metals is totally meaningless to like anything. No, they don't matter.
So
no one cares about metals.
Last kind of comment question. So one of my main focuses in the space is having tokens based. So I'm all about the circular economy in terms of that's a shit phrase.
But we've never had it. I mean, look, we've never had it, and it's been fine. I mean, Bitcoin went up 690 million%. You couldn't use it anywhere.
No,
it really went up.
I meant in terms of having tokens actually based on recurring revenue models from the real world.
It's actually not that good. I'll tell you why it's not that good.
Sure.
In Bitcoin, or rather in crypto, we have no, like in Hex, we have no negative externalities pretty much. But when you have real world businesses, there's negative externalities out the ass. And so what you're doing is you're counting for shittier businesses on the blockchain. Like, here's a shitty business in the real world. It's been around for 100 years. We sell boxes, or we rent houses, or we do whatever the fuck it is. It's been around for 100 years or 1,000. And then what's on the blockchain? Duct taping, but on the blockchain to existing businesses doesn't give you superior economics or tokenomics or anything. It just sucks, which is why you so rarely see it successful.
I mean, more asset-backed and surety. So
what I'm saying is that those things
physical asset-backed.
I'm telling you that sucks.
Really, backing with real estate and having surety bonds as floors for investment vehicles?
Correct. It's terrible.
Tell me that, please.
Because it won't pump. Because it costs too much to back it. It's capital inefficient. So in Hex, we print money out of thin air. We don't have to buy something to back it, to make it awesome. So we're like, in Bitcoin, you print it out of thin air. In Ethereum, you print it out of thin air, which is why they're able to go up millions of % or tens of thousands of X's. But with your idea of actually backing it with real shit, it costs too much to buy the real shit, and it doesn't leave anything over for price up.
What if you already own the real shit?
I mean, look, if you want to do value add stuff and be like, look, if you buy this Ferrari, you also get an NFT or whatever, go ahead, it's fine. But if you're going to make a coin that's like, yo, we have a coin that's like backed by Lambos, you're fucked because it costs too much to back it. It's just a bad business model. I know it's weird to tell you that the real stuff sucks, but like, go look at gold. It's real, right? Look at the price chart. It sucks. Go look at like the S&P 500. You could wait like 100 years to get a 10x. Let me go check out the chart real quick, actually, historically.
No, I appreciate
I don't have this one memorized.
No, I appreciate the convo because it's just a balance between out of thin air shit and tangibility and human propagation. So
you do the thin air shit in the bull market. You de-risk to the real shit, and then you put risk back on into the thin air shit again. You can't beat printing money out of thin air. It's impossible. That's what stocks are, by the way. So, like, here's another thing people don't understand. The stock is all fucking fake bullshit. So, okay, let's take Apple, right? Apple makes phones, okay? Buy Apple stock. Apple stock price goes up. Explain to me how the Apple stock price go up. A guy buys a phone for $1,000. How does his money get to your pocket? The occasional buyback? No, it's a greater fool. It's inflation. It's money from the government. It's all.
I think at the end of the day, at least there's pennies or more pennies on the dollar in case of a liquidation event when there's tangible assets behind it. I guess that would be the only thing.
You don't get any of the pump. Everything that's safe sucks. Everything that's safe has bad return. It's gold. I don't disagree. It sucks. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I'm in this shit for mad gains. If I wanted limp dick returns, I could get them anywhere. But if I want mad gains, I have to go to crypto or startups. But startups usually lose to crypto.
I prefer startups.
Hey, look, man, you seem like a smart dude, and I hate to be like very pragmatic and shit, and just be like, faking gay outperforms real, but it does.
No, dude, you're preaching an interesting paradigm of a balance of education and risk, right? At the end of the day, and if we're going to be completely honest, and anybody who knows me in this space knows that I'm all about education and information. At the end of the day,
if I wasn't so tired, I would do a better job in this, because it sounds like my argument is. It sounds like my argument is scams pumps the hardest, but I swear to God, it's more complicated than that.
No, like, and that's what I was going to say, right? At the end of the day, to make a buck, you're taking a buck, and retail suffers. So I'm trying to find a strike between the two.
Crypto really removes middlemen. It really is more efficient. It really is a revolution. It really gives freedom back to the people. It is one of the most important things in the world. One of the only things that could really improve the human situation for everybody. I really, truly believe in crypto. I just don't think that adding gay shit behind the coins makes them better.
Listen, man, at the core of one of the things I'm trying to do is create a barter system of liquidity and simplicity. So I agree completely.
Good luck.
Thank you, brother. I don't want to take over the stage, guys.
Thank you, man.
Nice chatting, brother.
Respect.
Good seeing you, Fidgetal. You guys, I know everyone's waiting and in line, but it's been a fucking sausage fest up here. So let's go to Hodpro, and then you guys can all fight.
Actually, yeah, KDP was actually here before Hodpro.
Okay.
Equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. KDP, take us away.
Go.
No, Hodpro can go. She's so good. Hodpro.
Hey, Peter Shit's got his fucking bank account closed. I feel like tweeting about this.
Oh, wow.
Well, thank you,
they shut
KDP.
it down.
I'll pin it.
And I'll try to make this quick. You are.
No, I like your voice.
No,
Make it long.
Well, you've been doing a lot of outreach marketing during the bear market, and it has been very successful considering a lot of the charts in crypto have been down. I have a general question that I thought would be good to ask while other people were listening, and it has to do with the support of your outreach marketing. Is there anything that you would prefer that groups of people would help you out with your marketing? Such as on
it's
Twitter,
all about reaching new communities. Like whoever's doing the TikTok shit, thank you so much. I'm not on TikTok, so you guys spreading it there is super useful. Do not do outrage marketing into your own community. It's fucking retarded. Like there's this one dude who, if I haven't already unfollowed him yet, I probably will. It seems like he's trolling Hexagons. Like it's like, dude, what are you doing? Don't troll your own team. You know, like we're out here. So like when I say shit. Like, so for instance, today I posted a JPEG of, Bitcoin basically watching inflation kill its holders. I had to choose what I was going to write there. What was I going to write on the kid getting killed? Was it me? Was it you? Was it Bitcoin holders? And so for art, I think I put, you. But, a lot of the times when I'm trying to do my outrage marketing, I have to find a way to exclude my team because I don't want them to feel like I'm fucking flexing on them,
That makes sense.
And it's hard. It's hard to find the language to do it. So, but this stuff only works to bring new people in. It doesn't people that already know what's up. It's kind of I guess the only nice part for them is that they can be yeah, my founder's on stage. where's your founder hiding, bitch?
Yeah, true.
That's
It
cool.
does become sort of
That's
a circle
cool.
jerk, I guess, if you consider it just, being
But
recursive like that.
but it is still like, I don't want to say that the circle jerk doesn't have value because it has huge value. It does. Like
In other
in-group
words,
thinking and cultism and shit has
well,
great value.
let's say you are posting to somebody new or a some sort of celebrity or something. Does it
Right.
help a lot to have a lot of other people post after you on
Yes.
your specific comment? Okay.
I think it does. I think the
Okay.
algorithm would reward it. I think the algorithm would make it show up higher on their feed because I'm probably, if it's worth my time to post, they're going to be a high follower person usually. And so
Oh,
they're,
and
the algorithm has to decide what to show them and what not to. It's not like they're going to scroll down for 2 hours, And it's also helpful that everyone follows each other because it gives us all higher trustability or whatever to the algorithm and just in reality as well, And the circle jerk's awesome. Like if we're all just waiting for the software to be done and flexing on everyone else that's getting their shit demolished and failing, like it feels good.
Well,
I like a lot of the circle jerk. Like when everyone changed their profile pictures to like one of my tracksuits, like this is awesome. I love that shit.
Selena.
Yeah, I love it. But I just want to emphasize that like bringing on new users is the primary goal of my outreach marketing, and thus anything to that effect is helpful to me. Like,
Understandable. Thank you for your answer.
Thanks for the idea with the follow on tweets and shit. I appreciate it. And look, guys, I'm one of the best debaters in the world. Why don't I do more debates? I'm one of the best interviewers in the world. My opinion, I pulled it out of my ass. I like it. It sounds good. I think I'm fun to fucking talk to. Hey, why don't we have more conversations with people? I don't have a PR agent, so and I don't have a booking agent. It's just me and volunteers, and those are you listening. So if you want to see me in cool interviews with shit, book them, motherfucker. Let's go. I got free time. I'm shaking my ass on stage. I'm ready to do interviews and shit. Let's go.
All right, Richard, I think Katie might have some golf questions for you. Katie,
go.
The floor is yours.
I totally would rather do a golf question. I just decided to give up my funny troll to Richard to relay a message.
Are you posting all the golf girl photos with Hex in their ass? I like them. I think they're cool looking. And we don't have the golf community yet. Like we got the skating community and we got like a bit of the rock community, but we don't have the golf community yet. So on-ramp them hard.
I'm more the one that comments on them asking how many strokes they would like to polish their shaft, and if they would like their balls polished.
Hey, there you go. I like it. I should go play fucking golf. Sounds like fun.
I would not want to play golf. I would be much more incentivized to be in the caddy with the Esky.
You steal everyone's balls. Can you imagine how pissed off they'd be? They just fucking ran by and took the ball every time they're going to hit it. They'd be trying to tackle you, I bet. All right, crypto, go. What do you got? Any crypto stuff? Questions, anything?
MC3, you're up if Katie's done.
Hey, Richard, how you doing, man?
Doing good. What's up?
Good. It's not crypto related, but it is touching on the outrage marketing. I just want to say some people are saying it's cringy. I think it's brilliant and clearly
The
working.
marketing? I mean, I'm watching the metrics, dude. I don't know when it sucks. It's doing great.
Yeah, it's doing great. And a little humble brag on my part. I was the one that tweeted at Charles Payne the other day.
Great work.
Yeah,
he's the one that wants to interview me, so great work.
He's the one DMing you?
Yeah.
Dude, love it. Well, so I noticed, actually, I was sitting at home.
I mean, his people, his manager there, like the booking agent or whatever.
Yeah, so I was sitting at home the other day, and I just keep Fox Business on. It's actually especially entertaining right now to see the bloodbath going on. But I noticed on his commercial breaks that he was hopping on Twitter. So after he had some Bitcoin maxi girl on, he said, he tweeted, he said, thanks for coming on, whatever. Or he said, she's up next or something. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah.
That's when I replied and said, you need to get Richard Hart on your show. And that was when he said, only if he brings the watches. So I was like, oh,
yeah,
shit,
good job, dude.
working.
You killed it. You totally killed it.
Thanks, bro.
You totally killed it. Thank you so much, man. More of that, guys. That's the ticket.
I really appreciate it. And so that's why I tweeted out also. I said, for all those who say the outrage marketing isn't working, You know,
it is.
This guy who is one of the most popular, if not the most popular host on Fox Business, knows who Richard Hart is because he just tweeted back at me and said, only if he brings the watches. So it's fucking
great,
working.
Man.
And
Agree.
I love it. But yeah.
And it's affordable. Like, think about buying the naming rights for some stadium. You're like, guys, you're going to all lose money on that. You're literally too dumb to realize how dumb that is. Like, but I know what a bad idea it is. So I don't do that. I don't waste my money on shit that doesn't work. Like, I made money on all my watches, and then they are also wonderful flex value. So
well, I think you're doing it brilliantly, to be honest, because it's you enjoy watches, you enjoy cars, you enjoy the finer things in life, and you already got them. Why not use them to your advantage?
I think I can sell all of my watches and all of my cars for more than I paid, except for maybe a couple.
Oh, I bet.
Hilarious.
Definitely the cars, and I'm sure the majority of the.
I don't mean just because I use them. I just mean because the markets are weird.
Right. No shit. Yeah, I bought a truck back in October, and I could sell it for 25% more than what I paid for it right now.
It's not supposed to be that way, but currently it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, depreciation driving off the lot does not exist right now. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to say, love what you're doing, and I understand, delaying the gratification, waiting for the right time. Well, not the right time, but waiting for the product
waiting for it to be right. We're waiting for it to be right, man.
And at first, I will be honest, I was like, shit, man, I want this to launch. But then I stepped back, zoomed out a little bit, and I said, well, shit, if the good, perfect product launches, it'll be better for all the rest of us. And look at what we're all able to do right now. I don't know what everybody else is doing in this room, but I've been buying Hex at a fucking discount, and it's been awesome. I'm building up that bag, and honestly, it's all for the better. And I understand that there's some people out there that, threw a Hail Mary and maybe sacrificed some money or, bought some Hex with money that they don't necessarily have. And that's unfortunate, but they're also at the
well, if they fucking got leveraged up to buy, sure as fuck wasn't my idea.
Yeah, no.
I ain't never told anybody
to
do anything similar to that ever.
Yeah, that's more a statement to the people that I see in the comments a lot that are saying, what the hell, when's it launching, blah blah.
I mean,
blah.
I'm the guy that put on the website that everything drops 85-95%. That's who I am.
Yeah,
and that doesn't sound like to take a leverage idea.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Well, yeah, but I will make one, well, not a suggestion, but a thought. So some people have said, instead of the crazy clothes, maybe like a nice tailored suit for some appearance. Maybe if you go on Fox Business, but
yeah, but I mean, that shit ain't gonna work, man.
Oh no,
that niche is already filled.
But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. In the liner, like your fabric in the liner.
Oh, right.
Ridiculous shit, and you just open it up and say, "What's up, bitches?"
Yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. I think I'd just come out. It seems too gimmicky. I would just come out crazy to start with.
Just be you, man. Just be you.
Well, actually, here's a legit question. Then I'll step down. Would you consider going on Fox Business? Or
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Bro, I'm an American citizen and I ain't got no charges on me. I can go to America whenever the fuck I want. They can't even stop me. It's my fucking constitutional right.
Yeah.
But the place just sucks.
I agree with
you. It's
you.
not my fault.
Yeah, and hey, I agree with you about the states right now being the wild, wild west. I'm the city I live in right now just retook first place for highest murder rate per capita, and I carry my gun every single day.
Yeah, and when you carry your gun, it doesn't protect your family. Your family can get lit up, and you ain't there. So it's
right. Well, my fiance
it just ain't good.
Yeah, I got my fiance to carry a gun too because she's a cute little girl driving a little car and.
I know what's up, bro. So, look, everybody that carries a gun, I tell you to carry a mace too, because sometimes you don't want to have to do the fucking defend yourself versus a manslaughter charge.
Exactly.
So it's nice to have mace and a gun.
Yeah.
Go with which one you can escalate as needed.
Yeah, and I've done some firearms instruction.
It's like if a girl grabs your if a guy grabs your girl's ass, she can't legally shoot him.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it would be nice to mace that motherfucker, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I mean, like anyone that carries, like you should carry mace for sure.
Yes.
If it's
So
legal.
so I was in the military, in the Marine Corps, and one of the main things they taught us was, avoid confrontation at all costs, and don't escalate, immediately to deadly force. And I've done some firearm instruction too outside of the military, and that's another thing. I have a lot of friends, bless their hearts. They're like, "Oh, I'm carrying a gun, man." I say, "You should learn how to use that damn thing first."
Well, not just how to use it, but when. You get a brandishing a firearm charge real easy, bro, and you ain't gonna be happy.
Exactly. Yeah.
You is not gonna be happy with that charge. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It costs a lot.
A lot of my friends don't understand when I tell them you don't pull the gun out first. The gun is the absolute last resort when you know that there is, the threat of immediate bodily harm or death on you or some other.
I mean, it's different in Texas, right? Like, in Texas, like, if you're in your house, man. Anyway.
Yeah, I hear
you. All right, let's move on. We got 30. We got 30.
All right, next one.
All right,
later, bro. Be safe.
All right, real quick. Katie did have one more quick question, and then
go ahead.
Go on.
Everyone share the room.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm not actually in a rush. Y'all motherfuckers in a rush. So you can chill. It ain't got to be that quick.
But these people are not retweeting the room, Richard. So could you use your influence?
Yeah, I'll try and make people go quicker if I can. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not in a rush.
Oh no, you're good though.
Thanks, man.
I'll just shut the fuck up. Katie, you going again or?
Yes, please.
Real quick, Katie.
You do have to bear with me because this question is not mine. But if the incentive token's goal is to incentivize people bridging money over to pair for liquidity, shouldn't it have the same game theory positive mechanics to keep it performing as long as possible? A random idea for a burning mechanism to offset the inflation could be to allow projects a space to advertise their projects to auction the spots with the incentive token, and all the bids are burned. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could copy paste all of the fucking gay pumpamentals that Pancake tried to, like, duct tape into their inflating shit to try and make it okay. But, I mean, in the end, I really hate all the Rube Goldberg bullshit. So I'd rather make it just, like, a cleaner kind of, oh, look, this is tied to these things and those things are good kind of thing, instead of its own fucking... Because, yeah, like, let me put it to you this way. Why do I want to incentivize other people to trade shit that's not shit I invented? Why do I want to do that? I know. And why do I want people to, like, load up on that shit? So from my perspective, like, there's a window to on-ramp people into PulseX when the fork happens to show them a better way. And if the incentive token is awesome for that period of time, to fucking on-ramp those people to a better thing than Ethereum is, then that's great. But, like, after they've fucking seen it, it's like, yeah, guys, it's if it lives or dies, cool, but, like, I care about PulseX, I care about Pulse Chain, and, like, incentivizing people to put liquidity on fucking shit coins is, like, it doesn't spice me up. It doesn't excite me, Because that's what it does. It's like, why the fuck do I want to see someone get rich providing liquidity on, like, Link WBTC or whatever the fuck? I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy if the fucking incentive token has inferior pumpamentals and has just good enough pumpamentals. I'm okay with that. And the liquidity locusts that'll come and fucking harvest it, oftentimes are ephemeral, fancy word for go away. Like, they come and they go, So, like, that's why, for me, the incentive token is kind of like, if you... We already have fee-burning mechanisms on trading. And it's just... I think the way that I have it in my head will work fine. And I don't see a reason to Rube Goldberg the fucking thing to try and make it cooler than it needs to be. I don't want it to fucking shine like the other stuff. I don't want it to be as good as the other stuff. I don't want people to be incentivized to provide liquidity to stuff that sucks. Just enough in the beginning to show them a better way is my gut feel.
Thanks, Rich.
And it may end up just being awesome anyway, because crypto is weird like that. But it will be more of luck than it will be like. If it happens, it ain't going to be because some Rube Goldberg bullshit. And for you guys that don't know what Rube Goldberg is, it just means like overly complicated ways to do normal shit. But thank you for the ideas. I do appreciate them.
Psych and then Hexbridge.
It's pronounced side effects, by the way.
Side effects and then Hexbridge.
Yeah. Also, Richard, I fucking love you, man. I'm really good friends with SJ, which you're familiar with.
Yeah. She's hot and she loves sci-fi.
I'm gonna fuck a few questions.
There you go.
This.
Do it.
How do you know Gridlock?
He's just been a Hexagon for a long time. So he was in like the chat from like way back when, like first couple months, I think.
Nice, man. Ryan is a good guy.
He's good music too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good songs.
I mean,
he's no Ghidra, but I still like him.
Yeah, Ghidra.
You love your pronunciations, bro. You're like the fucking typograph police, but on voice chat. Nice.
Yeah. So you're familiar with Jade? Eat Brain?
Yeah. Oh, Deep Brain is they do really cool like YouTube videos. I know them, yeah.
Yeah.
Eat Brain, yeah, sick.
Yeah. Jade runs Eat Brain.
Great music.
It was
great work.
On.
Love it. Yeah, the Ghidra Eat Brain shit was great. I've listened to it a bunch of times.
Hell yeah.
Fuck. So although I love music, I don't think we're making anybody rich. We got any make people rich questions around here? Motherfuckers love money in the bear market, I tell you.
I'm here in the bear market trying to just fucking have fun.
Hey, well, you came to the right place, bro. The memes are good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, respect, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Ciao.
First and foremost, Richard, thank you for being here.
Thanks, man.
It's great to hear your voice. And thank you for being patient and waiting for more questions. And
it's all good. I mean, look, at some point, I'm just going to have to sleep.
I mean, I've heard you speak to the main goal of really outside the community outreach. And so I have it's kind of a two-part thing.
We call them the unwrecked.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the word wrecked, but there was an airdrop. Usually you give foresight about airdrops you like and you don't like. And there was an airdrop.
Maybe.
Right.
Just shill your airdrop, motherfucker. Shill it. No. Name it.
Listen, no, don't judge me yet.
All right.
Listen, the airdrop, it seems like it was almost specific for hexagons. Like they rewarded ETH users based on EIP 1559 fees.
Good and we've seen them be bad.
Right.
So I think that the Hedron one was fine. Like, get your free money.
Okay. But let me hit you with my goal.
Go.
Basically, I say that for people have been wanting to hear your opinion if it's safe to claim. Like if they're basically refunded ETH fees, and with that
sounds like a scam. That's a scam.
It's a layer 1 blockchain. It's called EVMOS. But the most important,
anyone that refunds your gas fees is going to fuck you. Why would they give you money, actual money, like writing you a check, like scam?
I feel like I can't.
This is where I respectfully ask you to shut the fuck up and let him finish, please.
Well, no, I'm waiting.
The goal.
Well, go ahead, Rich.
I say that.
Well, no, I want him to finish shilling this fucking thing. Like
he's not shilling anything. He's trying to explain something.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite. Basically, what I'm suggesting, and we already have a validator on their network.
Oh, so you're saying you're trying to prevent people from getting scammed from the shit targeting Hexagons?
I'm trying to do exactly what you want. I'm trying to
okay, I'll just say it. Hey, Hexagons, you are literally targeted like over and over again by people trying to scam you. They give you free shit to try and scam you. They say, hey, come claim your free coins, and then it's a fake front end.
I can
Richard,
break it down.
Richard.
Bridge, I got you, dog. You
Please.
gotta learn how to just cut through the fat. He wants to launch a validator on EVMOS to do their like inner blockchain communication, so that Pulse chain would be roped in with all the other blockchains.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No,
I mean if you want to do that, go ahead. But I
it's
don't
for
care.
advertising marketing.
That's fine. That's fine. But like, if you think that is a successful way, instead of just posting funny JPEGs on Twitter, probably funny JPEGs on Twitter is easier. I think just recycling. I literally, like, if you want to on-ramp new users, like for instance, the meme I posted today, I just took that shit from Reddit and redid it. I saw that shit on Reddit and I was like, yo, I think that's funny. I'll just post it. So like, I think you'd be better off recycling successful memes from Reddit to make crypto Twitter laugh. It would be like trying to get in front of the eyeballs of the 20 people that will ever go to the page that shows the validator list to see the weird named validator that you put, like with Pulse in it. It's not my fault like you suck at explaining shit, bro. But I'm willing to try.
The point of me explaining, I want to try it one more time because I feel it's incredibly valuable.
Okay.
It starts with one validator that his sole aim is to bring users to Pulse and PulseX and the whole ecosystem. Any delegate would get airdropped hex tokens. Like they're going to be incentivized.
Who's going to be giving away their money? Who's giving away their hex to people?
As a validator, as a percentage of our commission, we can pay for it. We can take we don't need to get.
Fuck that other blockchain. Let them die in obscurity. They can eat shit. I'd rather post memes. Fuck their blockchain. Fuck their project.
Fuck their blockchain. Fuck their blockchain.
Yes,
I know. I want to be validators and steal
I'd rather suck
their
BSC
users.
dick than whatever dick you're mentioning to me.
It's not
I'd rather suck off BSC users and give them shit than whatever weird thing you're talking about. Because BSC at least has a lot of users. Nobody else does.
I'll go to BSC next. Validators aren't cheap. This is one that.
Why wouldn't you just buy hacks? I don't get it.
This is for onboarding people who are not a part of our ecosystem. They don't even know how to use MetaMask yet. In the Cosmos system, they don't use MetaMask.
I don't know. Of all the ways to on-ramp people, this sounds like the most fucked up way.
Like
validators sounds like a terrible idea, bro.
20,000
Do this.
people.
Do this, dude. Listen.
Oh my God.
Write this shit the fuck down.
Yes,
send it to someone in the community and have them explain to you why it's a stupid idea. Because I did my part. All right, bro. Thank you for trying to market hacks, but this particular way seems like way gayer than just getting a cool car and putting a hex sticker on it, man. I'd rather get a cool car rather than a validator.
A validator doesn't get paid for by them, for me to market to them to take them to us. And I'm going to do it jumping across the ecosystem.
I hope your plan works, bro. But off the top of my head, it looks terrible. We'll try this again in a month.
Can I write it down and maybe I want to hear your thoughts.
Try it.
Being more clear.
I gave you my thoughts, but try it. Hope that I see it. All right. Next. Thank you for trying to promo shit, bro. A for effort. All right. Next.
All right, let's go to Angel. Angel, you're up.
Yes, Angel is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Richard. I'm glad to be in your midst. Please, I want to know, how do you identify gems to invest on? Considering the fact that they say that 80% of tokens are scam projects.
I choose to invest in my own inventions. I think most shit sucks. I promote almost no cryptocurrencies. I promote like
but what are the metrics? How do you know that this one is gonna survive the stroke of time? And then on NFT, how do you separate the JPEG and the real art?
I mean, like you like, unless you're a developer, you can't do it technically. Unless you're an art connoisseur. I mean, like, your question basically is, hey, Richard, how can you help me buy shit you didn't invent? Please give me the secret sauce to buying shit you didn't invent. No. I won't tell you. If I could tell you, I
It's
wouldn't
only
tell you.
made by Richard that is approved.
There you go. Hey, I like shit that I build. That's your answer. But really, like, if your mechanism is to like try and be like a stock picker or whatever, you probably just lose all your money in this market, especially during the bear market. Like, if you're like, the bear market is not the time to throw darts at the fucking board. I would not suggest that.
Yeah, when you keep investing, I used to see when I invest one project, the next moment you will see that there is a classic of that project. You invest in Floki, you see Floki classic,
right.
Luna
Exactly.
classic, Saitama classic. They keep reducing and making your money useless. I'm tired.
There you go. Ethereum classic, not that great. Yeah, I wish I could give you a better answer, but I probably gave you the best answer. You just don't realize it. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to go to Carlos.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I miss Hex, okay? I don't want to miss Pulse X or Pulse Chain.
Hold on.
I don't understand.
How you miss? Isn't Hex on like a 90% dip right now?
No, but I miss like the launch. Of course, I'm buying the dip. I'm buying the dip. But I don't want to miss like this next Pulse X or Pulse Chain.
Right. Subscribe to my fucking Twitter and to my Telegram.
Okay, but
t.me/Richard's calls.
Okay, but what can we do? I mean, I understand that the sacrifice phase is over.
You got to wait until it exists. There's no other way to get access without counterparty risk.
Okay, and then when it exists, you just go on and buy it?
I mean, pretty much. You could, yes. I mean, you might have to bridge in. It depends on where your money is, right? Like, if you have enough already on the forked over stuff, you can trade some of your other forked over stuff since you're already on the chain. But if you need to get from like the ETH chain over to the Hex chain or the Pulse chain, then you'll, need to bridge over. So it's either going to be direct or it's going to be a bridge.
Okay, that's dynamic. I don't understand. Where can I learn it?
Why don't you practice on the testnet right now and pretend that the testnet was the real net and try and buy some and see what happens?
Okay, but how can I get like money on the testnet? Because I'm already connected.
You probably already have money on the testnet. You just don't realize it. Did you have money when the testnet fork block happened? Did you have money on Ethereum like 8 months ago? I can't remember how old the testnet snapshot is, but I'm gonna just guess 8 months.
Okay, yeah. So I just connect the wallet that I had Ethereum on to the testnet, and I should see the money there.
Yeah, you might have to add some of the ERC20s or whatever, but yeah, go use the testnet for sure. Everybody on this call and in the Pulse Chain chat room can help you use testnet.
Yeah, Carlos, follow me real quick. I'll send you to some links. You can do trypulsechain.com. It'll give you a step-by-step setup and right into the testnet. There's a free test pulse site that you can link up to. We help a lot of people just getting into testnet. You want to practice for game day.
And once again, notice that his question basically is, how do I participate? Which is the best question anyone can ask.
Absolutely.
So you're the ideal target for these spaces. Thank you for the wonderful question. I hope that we answered it. I mean, basically, you're going to use testnet. And
okay, yeah.
It's going to help.
I want to learn. I just followed you, Ben, so...
You got it, man. Just DM me and I'll send you the links and we'll get you going.
Okay.
All right, guys.
You, Carlos.
A couple more and then I'm fucking
all right, I'm Kim
trolling Twitter a bit and sleeping.
You bet. Tangent, you know the drill. Bring your A game, bud.
Hey, Tangent, the Bitcoin maxi. With the hot girls everywhere. The hotnesses. When are you going to send some of them hotnesses my way, brother?
Anytime.
You're going to have to fucking come down to where you're at, aren't I? One day, bro. One day.
It should happen. I've got big love and respect for you, man. But with regards to BTC adoption, you have been quoted as saying, how many world's richest guys have you got left to buy in? And whenever I hear you say that, I'm thinking, bro, like the rest of his stack, the rest of the rich list. And that comment also applies to institution and nation states, right?
So why would you be so mean to those guys and get them to buy the top of an S-curve, limp dick, slow piece of shit? Do you hate them or something?
In my opinion, we're not at the end of the S-curve. We're at the start. Like, so
But the chart says your opinion is wrong. The chart literally is falling over. Like literally.
In
on
my
every
opinion,
time frame. You're the lowest under the 200 moving average that you've ever been.
I've got different charts that say otherwise in terms of the adoption. Like there's less than 2% of the world's
Adoption
population.
doesn't matter,
even
bro.
hold
All
Bitcoin.
anyone cares about is the price. No one gives a fuck how many wallet installs you have. People just care about the price. I'm not buying this. I hope other people install wallets. I'm buying it because I want the price to go up.
Richard, you have said that, like, you know how you've made comments that Bitcoiners lie unnecessarily in the past because the truth about Bitcoin is already good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
not lying about Bitcoin. It's all the truth, bro. You just think I'm lying because you misunderstand Bitcoin.
But if Hex is really better than Bitcoin,
Ethereum is way better than Bitcoin in like every measurable way.
Richard,
every
I want to
possible
update.
Fucking way.
Richard, I want to update your worldview. I want to convince you and the Hex community that a discussion with me about this,
so let's
about
just do the
Bitcoin.
discussion now. We don't have to kick the cat on the red. I'm ready. Let's get to it.
But the thing is, so with this space, I don't want to take everyone else's question time. Why don't we have an actual
you're just afraid I'm going to fuck you up right here, and you're not ready yet.
No, I'm ready, Richard. Richard, I've been ready for over a month and for months, and so
let's go.
We can do this right.
Give me your 3 remaining points that I haven't fucked up yet. I'm ready.
Everyone drop heart
emojis.
Oh
shit! Fuck. Let me just open up my other shit. All right.
It's fine. Take your time,
bro.
It's fine. I was a Bitcoin maxi before niggas even understood Bitcoin existed. Like I fucking, I was on the other side of this shit. Like I know the ropes. I know all the pro Bitcoin points. I've heard them from everybody 100 times. There's not a single pro Bitcoin point I don't fucking know in and out. But I'm ready to hear your subset.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
So I guess the first thing I wanted to do if we had done this on YouTube is I want to disclose to everyone that I own both Bitcoin and Hex, and that I've got more Hex than Bitcoin in dollar value, right? But similar orders of magnitude. So just so people know in terms of like where I'm at and any biases that I might hold, and also that I pled with heaps of big name Bitcoiners to step up and challenge you, like, and so to basically to have this debate with you, like properly, like ones that know their shit though, right? So I believe that most, if not all of them, are basically fearful of reputational damage from one of three things.
They're terrified of being fucking annihilated. Like I annihilated that dude with the raccoon eyes that lives in Australia, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, but so
like.
Let me drop these three reasons on you. See if you agree. Right, these are the 3 reasons why I think people like the actual quality maxis.
But hold on, understand. So you took something that should have made me look awesome, which was like I crushed everyone on their squad, and then you turn it into an insult, which was like I admit
that. I admit you have been absolutely crushing. However, I believe there are people out there who actually would do a much better job, including myself and including some other BTC maxis.
Go ahead. I'm happy. I'm glad you're here. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. Let's do it. So you don't want to hear the reasons why I think they're scared to debate you?
I don't mind it. Yeah, tell me. Go ahead.
The quality maxis, right? So one, I think that they're either concerned that they'll basically be extending credibility to you, or no.
The guys whose coin is down 72% right now, those guys, they're worried about me. My shit's up 270x versus their shit, dog. They're worried about me.
Let me get you into their mindset.
The guys that promoted all those show links to BlockFi and Celsius, those guys?
If they genuinely believe that you are a scammer, which I do not think that.
Just tell me who. But why not just tell me who they are?
If they believe that, well, there are maxis out there that actually understand like all the energy FUD, proof of work versus proof of stake. There are guys out there.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Saifedean blocked me. Adam Back is scared.
Yeah.
Fluffy's on my team. fucking.
I'm giving you the reasons. I'm giving you the reasons why I think that they're refusing to get on stream with you or you and me.
Yes, they're just ad hominems, but go ahead and get them out of your system. Let's go.
So that was
tell me why I suck. I'm ready. Let's go.
One was extending credibility. Two was that they haven't looked deeply enough into Hex to have actually any intelligent criticisms of it.
All right.
And number three is that they see you as such a master of framing that they believe that they will appear to look like they lost the debate regardless of the actual outcome.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they think these things. They also think Bitcoin's cool. So we already know there's something wrong with them. Like,
and they love Bitcoin, but I also love Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's cool. I still think it's legit.
But bro, it's not. It sucks shit. Measurably,
well, I guess that's what we're going to find out. That's what we're here to debate, right?
Let's go through this right now.
Let's do it. Right? So I think that you continue to attack Bitcoin too harshly.
Nope.
And that's
nope. I'm the only motherfucker saving everybody from themselves, bro. You guys all drank the Kool-Aid. You bought a fucking S-curve top, and you're holding it.
Do you really?
Oh, it's not the top.
Do you really believe that Bitcoin is garbage? Do you really believe that it is no good? It's not legit.
Truly. Bro, one time I waited like 6 hours for a single confirmation or some shit. It might have even been 13 hours. It was some.
It's not like that anymore, Richard.
It is like that.
The mempool has been fined for like over a year. We've got the Lightning Network now.
No,
you don't have to wait hours for confirmations anymore.
Wrong. Everything you just said is so wrong. I'm going to shove this down your throat so fucking hard.
The mempool's been fined for years.
The goddamn mempool has no effect on a Poisson distribution whatsoever. The goddamn mempool has no effect on the 10-minute fucking average block finding whatsoever. It is totally 100% fucking tangential, orthogonal, unfucking related. I understand these things better than you do, or you would have already known that math.
That's not true though, because when the mempool's full, it can push it in the other direction. It can make it take longer.
No, it can't.
So when the mempool's empty,
only if you're not at the head of the mempool. Don't you think I was at the head of the fucking mempool? Yes, I was. I wasn't waiting because other people in front of me. I was waiting because no blocks were found. It doesn't matter your fucking rank in the mempool when there's no blocks being found, because you only find blocks once every 10 minutes, and the Poisson distribution occasionally shoves your fucking block wait time into the fucking 13-hour fucking land. And it is unaffected by goddamn mempool and is unaffected by hash rate. It's purely a fucking effect of the Poisson distribution applied to a 10% average weight. It's a shitty, slow as fuck technology, and it's the reason why when you go to deposit your money on an exchange, if you use fucking Ethereum instead of fucking Bitcoin, they'll let you fucking trade twice as fast fucking everywhere. It's fucking obvious and fucking provable. But for some reason, guys that have bags of Bitcoins are immune to facts. I'm telling you how long I waited. It sucked. And that was for a single confirmation. I needed more than one.
That sounds to me like it would have been an anomaly for 6 hours.
It is an anomaly.
I've never heard of that from anyone else.
No, but it happens all the time.
How many confirmations these mofos want? How many, the person you were sending it to?
Most of the conversations are, listen, it's very simple. Ignoring the outlier randomly having to wait nearly forever for a goddamn block to be found. Fine. Okay? Do you want to wait twice as long to put your money on exchange or not? Okay, if you don't want to wait twice as long, use fucking Ethereum. Do you want to mix your coins before you fucking deposit them so that everyone doesn't know your entire fucking balance? Then use Ethereum because you've got Tornado Cash. Do you want to de-risk without counterparty risk into a stable coin? Well, then use fucking Ethereum because there ain't no stable coins on Bitcoin. Do you want to buy a gay-ass NFT? Use Ethereum. You want to buy Hex? Use Ethereum. You want to fucking...
Richard.
It's all Ethereum, and there's no Bitcoin. Bitcoin sucks shit. You can't do anything with it. Nothing.
Richard, if you look at transaction finality, Bitcoin is actually faster than these other chains.
Wrong.
So they sound like they're having more confirmations.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
Educate me.
Because the only motherfucker you're ever transacting with is that exchange. You ain't buying shit with your Bitcoin. If you are buying shit with your Bitcoin, you're waiting 6 confirmations anyway.
I buy shit with Bitcoin.
Yeah, and you're waiting 6 confirmations anyway. And that's as final as it needs to be. And if you want that, if you're giving a fuck about your chain weight, motherfucking energy use, then you can just wait longer on Ethereum. And by the way, since you're going to pull out like, oh, how much miners make is security, how much are fucking Ethereum miners making compared to Bitcoin miners? I think Ethereum miners make more. So if you're going to tell me that the fucking most secure chain is the chain that the miners make the most on, I think that Ethereum miners make more than Bitcoin miners now because they're getting so much fucking fees. The fees Ethereum miners make are what, 100-fold the fees Bitcoin miners make? And that's the fee market that secures Bitcoin, right?
I don't think that's the correct metric for security. It should be energy used,
it's
not
your metric that you
how
just
much
gave
money
me.
people are making.
That's the metric you just gave me. That's the reason you're talking about finality.
Oh, okay.
Finality is economic finality. That's what finality is.
I'm going to concede.
It's how much energy did you have to shit into the chain to not roll the chain back? And by the way, when's the last time you heard of someone getting fucking the chain rolled back and losing their money on Ethereum? When did that last happen? The carbon vote? When they took the hackers' money away? It's like
Richard, I'm gonna concede this point to you, so A, that we can move on, and B, because I don't believe that this destroys Bitcoin's value prop. Like, as in,
no, but that's a straw man.
You know what I'm saying?
No one's argument here is that Bitcoin has no value prop. The argument is that Ethereum shits all over Bitcoin in every fucking possible measurable metric, all of everything. Transaction throughput, transaction speed, transaction latency, features, never having an inflation bug, having a bug bounty program. Like, it's fucking infinite ass kickage in every possible metric.
I don't agree, but should we move on to proof of work versus proof of stake?
No, see, here's the thing. People care about getting rich, man. And they care about what's going to pump harder, and this esoteric technical shit that no one can make any money on, it just irritates people to hear about it.
No, I agree with you.
Okay, proof of stake sucks. Richard, show me where guys lost money on it.
Richard, whenever I say frequently, if all you care about is mad gains, then go Hex. I've only ever defended Bitcoin on other areas that I believe that are important for cryptocurrency to survive as a whole. So in my opinion,
so what's more secure, Bitcoin or Ethereum?
It's definitely Bitcoin because proof of stake is unproven. Like, sorry. Assuming that I know Ethereum's not currently proof of stake, but like, as in, it's going to go there.
So we're gonna dude. Hey, come on.
At the moment. So at the moment, I would prefer my money to be pure monetary premium and not trying to do all this other shit. So I would still choose Bitcoin.
You're crazy, dude.
In terms of
Bitcoin that's had 2 inflation bugs and no bug bounty programs, you'll take over Ethereum. There's no inflation bugs and a bug bounty program.
Well, in my opinion, Bitcoin has a bug bounty program. It's the amount of money that's within the network that you can steal.
That's the bug bounty program. The bug bounty program is when you lose your money. That's not a good bug bounty program.
Well, look, I'll agree with you. That's tragic, but that style of bug bounty program has been running the whole time.
Bugs not like totally show you what a scam it is. They had 2. Ethereum had none. Most coin, like, I just, bro, they literally failed twice. Like, what do you want? What are you waiting for?
Do you at least admit that with Bitcoin, you don't have all of these other potential threat vectors through?
No, because you're misunderstanding what the complexity of the system. You're not getting it, dude. You're not getting it.
Do you seriously believe that the world would adopt a world reserve currency that's got all this like nonsense built on top of it?
Yes, I do, because that's what the dollar is. The dollar has a lot of fucking nonsense built on it, and that's why people like it. They want the nonsense.
Not directly though. Not within the technology stack. It's not.
I'm telling you, people prefer the nonsense. They want it desperately, which is why like Ethereum has all the users and Bitcoin doesn't.
Well, so why is Bitcoin so far ahead in actual adoption, being used as
because it's 4 or 5 times older?
Yeah, so you do admit that the Lindy effect is
on-ramp users?
So you do admit that the Lindy effect is something where Bitcoin is winning that battle, right?
No, No, being around longer is not the Lindy effect. I'm older than you, probably. Does that mean the Lindy effect means I'm cooler than you? It's a very stupid argument. That's not what the Lindy effect means. No, what the Lindy effect specifically states is that something that has been around for a long time is more likely to be around. It makes no fucking call to superiority to other things that are old. It's not a measurement of quality. It's a measurement of fucking likelihood to exist. Bitcoin could continue to exist with the price flat for the next 100 years. Flat.
If we just look at Bitcoin's achievements compared to every other cryptocurrency in its adoption, where it matters.
Hold on a second. Furthermore,
in terms of
I'm going back to Lindy because I want you to understand how wrong you are about shit. You were very wrong about the Poisson distribution. You're very wrong about the Lindy effect.
I conceded the
point
Lindy
on
effect
the first would have you believe that every piece of old technology would beat every piece of new technology because you're using it wrong. You would be betting on MySpace to beat Facebook because you're using it wrong. That's not how the Lindy effect is meant to be used. You are using it wrong. That is it.
Okay, all right. Despite whether or not I'm using that particular comment incorrectly, do you not agree that Bitcoin
we have a way to,
is
further
along than any other crypto in the path to world reserve currency?
No,
it's been adopted.
Wrong.
It's been adopted by nation states.
No,
it's
absolutely not. When Ethereum flips Bitcoin,
what coin?
You're gonna be
wait
a second. There's no second best. There's no. Oh shit. There is a second best. It's called Bitcoin. And then there'll be a third best. It'll be called Bitcoin. And then there'll be a fourth best, and that'll be called Bitcoin, because it's trash. It is not good technology. It is slow. It is expensive. And it has no features. And it has no roadmap. They're not even adding features to the fucking thing. It's the shittiest crypto you can buy. You waited 5 years to be down for 5 years. And by the way, your all-time high was 3.5x. You want to know what every other shitcoin's all-time high was? It wasn't 3.5x. It was 3,000x. But you're buying the top of an S curve, and I can't explain it to you any more clearly.
Prices and gains and X's do not prove that things are or aren't scams in either direction. Price going up doesn't prove that something's not a scam, and price going down does not prove that something is a scam. So really, for this discussion,
you're saying Bitcoin could be a scam.
I'm talking about, price is irrelevant.
I can't believe you just called Bitcoin a scam. That's crazy.
No, I didn't call Bitcoin a scam. It's not a scam.
Yeah, but its price went up.
But don't.
No, but you see what I'm saying.
Richard, you know what I said,
right?
You know what I said.
No, I know. There's
post that in the negative.
The fucking price went up and went straight down again.
I'm saying it doesn't.
What happens if Bitcoin does a 95% dip? Do you stop acting holier than thou then? Is that when you figure out that it's just another shitcoin?
There's a point.
Bitcoin is another shitcoin, but you don't realize it. The founder fucking abandoned it, by the way. Bitcoin is an abandoned, foundered shitcoin. Run by fucking corporate fucks at Blockstream. Scumbags.
Richard.
Pumped by scumbags that took leverage with other people's money to buy the fucking top. It's a scumbag coin full of assholes. And, by the way, the people that get rich in it, are venture capitalists. Who do you think is rich on Bitcoin? Tim Draper, who may not even be a bad guy. He might be a nice guy, but he's a venture capitalist. Fucking Balaji, Naval, not Naval. Who's the other dude? Fucking the dude that ran all the scam. Fucking not Balaji. Who's the other Indian dude that has all the fucking the stupid pump and dumps in the normal stock market?
Chamath.
Yeah, Chamath Palihapitiya. That guy, you're making him rich. You're making Saylor rich, the convicted fucking fraudster that settled with the SEC. You're making the fucking Winklevi twins rich, the trust fund boys from fucking, they live in the Hamptons. You're making all those guys rich. Bitcoin is the fucking venture capitalist scam coin. You are exit liquidity for Saylor is what you are. But you don't get it. The coin with no... When I was in Bitcoin, it was us versus the fucking man. That's what it was. It was the gold bugs and the freedom-loving libertarians taking power away from the fucking man. And Bitcoin is not that anymore and hasn't been for fucking years. And I don't understand why people don't see it. It like blows my mind.
Richard.
Andreas Antonopoulos can't even get anyone to watch his goddamn streams, and he turned out to be a prick anyway.
All right, I want to move on to someone who's building a...
no, hold on, dude. I want to finish this Bitcoin shit, dude. This is fun and exciting and shit.
Keep it going. This is
Everyone else is going to ask me noob questions anyway. This is a good argument.
Okay, good.
And you guys that are holding Bitcoin in the chat that are upset about what I'm telling you, fuck you. I'm the one that tried to fucking help you and have been telling you to shit for years. You're the one holding a limp dick, slow piece of crap with no fucking roadmap, making the man rich. Fuck you guys. I'm trying to help you be better people. But anyway, go ahead. He's a Hexican. I like him. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
but he just likes Bitcoin more than I do. I used to like Bitcoin, but then I learned there was better shit. I don't like it. If the better shit didn't exist, I'd go back to liking it. There's better shit. So, like, bro, when you want to be anonymous in Bitcoin, what do? Did he give up? Did you guys mute him? The fuck? Where's my debate partner?
No way, man. The only way that he would have been dropped is all these shitty
Sorry, someone turned my mic off. So, look, yeah, I said Lightning Network coin mixing. Like, so.
Okay, you understand the Lightning Network is not Bitcoin, right? It's a different code base with different developers with different security model.
But it's still trustless. Like it's not like a centralized side chain.
That shit at all, dude. Your original chain ain't trustless. That shit's been hacked a few times, so I don't trust your level 2. Oh, we promised this ain't got no bugs bullshit. I don't trust that. You think I trust young little Jack Mahlers on TV saying stupid shit to put my life savings in his little invention? I don't.
Richard,
he didn't invent Lightning. No, true. He just made a wallet, fine. But like, I don't believe in it, dude. I don't trust it.
Do you admit?
How many audits do you have for the Lightning Network? Show me your audits. And if you don't have anyone, you're scamming. It's really that easy. If you don't have audits, you're fucking scamming.
Not really. The network functioning and not getting hacked and having economic energy. If it's
didn't you guys just have critical vulnerabilities
energy,
like last year? You had critical vulnerabilities in Lightning like last year.
But it's always been considered to be early stage development, and that's why they have limits on how much you can put on there and stuff. They say don't.
Dude. Well, look, when that shit doesn't suck that bad, maybe I'll fork it for my shit since it's open source, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Like,
okay, cool. Just wanted you to know that, like, if it works out good, it's going to work out better for me than y'all.
Richard, do you admit that because you have your own projects, Hex, etc., that your opinions are going to be biased? Like, do you admit a bias in your opinions against Bitcoin?
Yep. Yeah. I'm extremely biased. But you know what? I'm also extremely truthful. And luckily my bias and my truth are lined up. Dude, if appeal to bias is your best argument, you lost.
No. I just wanted to establish that in terms of just I'm
just kind of giving you the point because I don't care, but in reality, I might not actually be biased. Like, I talk shit against NFTs all the time, even though NFT guys would benefit greatly from Paul's chain. I talk shit about I talk shit about Bitcoin.
That's minor. In terms of impact to your net wealth and reputation, etc., that's a very minor.
How the fuck is me here for 30 for 40 minutes saying nice things about Ethereum helping my bags? I'm here telling you the truth. I'm very clearly and obviously shilling bags that are not mine. I'm not fucking profiting from shilling Ethereum to you, dude. It's just the truth. And it's been the truth for a long fucking time. And here's the thing I don't get. I like slam dunk you with shit, and then you just like rotate to the next thing. People can deposit to exchanges and transact at twice the rate with Ethereum, Richard, that they can with Bitcoin. Isn't that cool?
Richard, you can assume that whenever I move on to a new topic, I'm just literally conceding the point of the last one to you just for the purpose of moving things on.
All right. Oh, cool.
All right. We'll just establish that.
But just going back, quick summary, going quickly. I say all these really cool features that Ethereum has that Bitcoin doesn't, and then you tell me some esoteric argument about chain weight and finality that no one gives a fuck about. And it's like you're losing so badly, but it's like not obvious to you. And I want you to realize that like if we're keeping score, you're really not doing a good job for Bitcoin because Bitcoin's not doing a good job for you.
Don't worry, Richard. I'll get there. I'll get points back on the board for sure. So I want to step back. I want to step back to that list of people that you had saying that these are the people that are going to get rich. I genuinely want your opinion on this. The Bitcoiners have got this idea of the immaculate conception of Bitcoin, and that's hilarious. And that Satoshi disappearing was a good thing. And the idea is that
if your dad left you when you were young, it would be good to say that was like awesome because it made you stronger. But in actuality,
framing error. Look, check this out, right? Bitcoin was created when no one had an idea that you could get rich being a crypto coin founder.
Oh my God.
And the Bitcoin Maxis argument is that every coin that has been created since, the founder knew, including you, that you can get mad rich, like Louis Vuitton Lambo rich, off creating a coin, right? So Satoshi created the invention, and then obviously when he heard that like shit was going to like the CIA and shit, what was it, Gavin went to CIA, he disappeared so that there wouldn't be a single point of failure having a leader,
and then
like
he burnt his keys, right? And then he burnt his
no
keys, right?
So no doors to kick in.
And then he burnt his keys, right?
He could have died. He could have died. It could have been Hal Finney, and he could have died.
Right, but he left. He abandoned the project, and he burnt his keys. Oh no, he didn't do that. He just actually abandoned it and kept his keys. Lol. See, you got abandoned. You got like fucked by your founder, and then like
someone could die. Cool. Someone could die before. Sometimes you die before you're expecting to die. He might not have known he was about to die, especially if you're ill.
I support that, but you're making bitch ass coward behavior seem cool, and it's bitch ass coward shit. Ethereum, like Vitalik, is not the hardest core of dudes. He's not like doing martial arts and bodybuilding and shit. He doesn't have a squad of dudes protecting him. He's basically like a fucking twig that gets up on stage, and he's Richard, a founder.
I'll give you my theory on this. You can destroy it or attempt to. Bitcoin provides an umbrella of protection against for all other projects, because governments know that even though they can take out these smaller projects, either with like whatever the threat vector, while you've got Bitcoin existing and not able to be taken down properly, like fully taken out, there's no point attacking these smaller projects that actually are vulnerable, because Bitcoin's still going to exist, giving people the freedom that they deserve.
I agree with that. And you can keep doing that with a flat ass price chart for the rest of time. And I appreciate it. Thanks. Like, yes, continue taking heat. I like it. But like, that doesn't mean anyone should buy your shit. It's like, thanks. And thanks for the code, and thanks for like the ideas and shit. And I'm sure Satoshi thanked all the open source projects that he jacked, or used rather, to make his, like Level DB, Berkeley DB, Qt, TCP IP stack. Like, I'm sure he fucking helped everyone. I'll feel like, bro, like everybody's inspired by that which came before them. Like, yes, Bitcoin was first. Yes, Bitcoin takes heat. Yes, Bitcoin has regulatory fucking, they're trying to make the laws better and shit. And I appreciate all that. That's great. But that doesn't mean that I have to say that the technology doesn't suck, because it does, or the community doesn't suck because it does, or the price chart doesn't suck because it does. The price chart sucks, the technology sucks, the community sucks, the features suck, the roadmap sucks. Like, it all sucks. And yes, I'm glad they're doing some regulatory shit nice. And I'm glad their nodes don't go down that much. And the pollution also sucks. And the mining hardware companies suck.
I'm glad you like my theory about the umbrella protection.
I thought that was nice.
Mentioned mining.
That was a good point.
You just mentioned mining hardware. That is one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. Is you've talked in the past about ASIC centralization, companies in China that you can't talk to, et cetera, et cetera. And I wanted to try and update you on that. That now we've got Samsung, Intel creating ASICs. Some of the Chinese ASIC manufacturers were at Bitcoin Miami 2022.
I don't believe you.
What do you mean you don't believe me? It's.
I
like,
mean
look it
that
up.
I see all S7, S9, S whatever the fuck S things everywhere, and that's like all the hash rate is all S shit from Bitmain. So but like when that changes, I'll update my fucking worldview. But like, I've heard rumors of Intel having a mining chip for like 7 fucking years, and Samsung's not going to allocate the fucking rare ass space they have for chips in a global chip shortage to shitty down 75% fucking Bitcoin. It's not going to happen. They're out of fab space. We're limited by fabs.
I guess my main point is that some of these things are constantly improving, and you even with
they're not.
Even with
wish they were.
centralization.
Samsung putting a fucking blockchain wallet on a phone and then us never hearing about it again didn't actually make anything better. It was fake.
I agree with that.
You hearing about Intel having one chip that no one's ever going to use and they're never really going to make, it didn't actually make anything better. It's just the only talking point you've got because there's so little news going on. So that shouldn't even be memorable. It shouldn't even be mentionable, but there's so other little shit going on that it actually breaks through the noise and you hear about it. There's nothing else going on.
My main point is that the trend is towards improvement on some of the things that you have criticized Bitcoin of.
It's not. You've got 2 or 3 places to buy Bitcoin miners today, and that's it. And they're probably all unprofitable. So now what? You couldn't even buy a miner and be profitable now anyway. So I don't understand. Like, where's the good? Show me where's the good part? It sucks.
So Block are planning to open source their chip data sheet.
But we've had open sourced fucking chips for a while, and like to no effect. It didn't matter.
Also, I admit
you're limited by the goddamn fabs. You can do whatever you want with your design bullshit and your distribution bullshit. You're literally limited by the fabs. It's whoever can get their tape out from the fucking fab by hook or by crook or by suck or fuck or however they're doing it. Like, it's a terribly forced to be centralized market because in the end, you're gated through a few fucking chip manufacturers no matter what you do on your side. You're just they're not going to tape you out.
Well, I guess from my perspective, what I'm seeing is an increased number of countries there are sort of there. I know. I like what you're saying about.
I mean, look, getting China out of mining
when you
was
see
probably
it.
good. I think getting China out of mining was good, probably.
Yes,
and I think getting it into America is good, probably, maybe. But like, having more countries maybe would have been better. You know, maybe having mining in China would have been better if fucking America banned it. But now it's not in China. So now it's like, I mean, you're really having to grasp at straws for this limp dick price chart, man. Like, why should I have to care about all this drama bullshit? Why doesn't the price just go up and everything work good? Why do I have to worry about the next inflation bug? I don't worry about the next inflation bug with Ethereum. It's never had one. But Bitcoin, I worry.
The answer to that question is because if you genuinely believe in the mission statement of cryptocurrency to bring increased freedom to the world,
that's not.
You need to care about more than just the price chart.
No,
you need
that
to
is
care
not what
about
Bitcoin was
more than
designed
just the
for.
price chart.
That is a sociological fucking bullshit, kumbaya feeling thing injected into the white paper that wasn't there. Bitcoin only makes rich people rich. Do you know why? Because you buy it with money, and the only people that have money already have money. That's the reason I was rich when I bought Bitcoin, and lo and behold, now I'm rich now. And Roger Ver was rich when he bought Bitcoin, and Tim Draper was rich when he bought Bitcoin. And the people that got the richest on this shit were already rich to start with because you buy it with fucking money. It's a money amplifier. And so, like, any sociological, political, this is going to make shit better, And by the way, I mean, look at who really has big bags. The Plus token fucking guys had like, what, 100,000 Bitcoin? The Mt. Gox guys have 140,000 fucking Bitcoin. The fucking scammers who scammed Bitfinex had a few billion in Bitcoin. There's some real fucking trash ass motherfuckers with big ass bags of Bitcoin. And
you know that coin centralization is not a problem, right? Like you preach that about Hex.
No, but like people.
So why does it matter that these guys have got big bags?
Well, I like good people to have more money. Like I'm happy if Roger has money. He seems like a good guy. But if the fucking hacker of Phoenix has more money, I'm not excited about that.
Oh, so your opinion is that you trust you, but you don't trust them to have big bags. Like, as in,
I trust that there are less hackers with giant bags of hacks, because in my looking at it, hackers that hack hexagons dump that shit for stable. And then in fucking other world, Bitcoin world,
known bad actors, like as in provable bad actors,
right? And then in Bitcoin world, when hackers fucking get their Bitcoin bag, they hold that shit and it becomes worth more and more and more over time because they can't get out of it because it's all centralized fuckery. Because you don't have any freedom in it.
I see the difference. I thought you were just pointing to people who are large holders, but I see what you're saying.
No, like I like venture capitalists usually, but most people don't. So as a rhetorical tactic, it's okay to mention that because they care, even though I might not. I like people that build shit. I mean, not every venture capitalist is of the same quality, but like, look, Tim Draper wants to secede from California. That sounds awesome. You know, he seems like maybe he's a cool guy. Chamath Palihapitiya is scamming the shit out of people. He seems like a faggot. You know, Balaji, he did a biotech startup. At least he made some progress in medicine. Okay, you know, like not every VC is of the same fucking merit in my book. So I'm just saying, like in Bitcoin, you've got a lot of, as you said, known bad actors with billions of dollars of that shit. And that's not a problem that we have in any of my projects. And it is an actual real problem. That guy that hacked Finex had, you know, what, $2 billion? Because he couldn't get out of it because Bitcoin sucks. Hackers that hack Bitcoin hate life because they can't get out of it. And if they try to get out of it, they get caught. Hackers that hack Ethereum shit, at least they get to keep the money they took because they have the freedom to get the fuck out of it. I can't tell you how much better Ethereum is than fucking Bitcoin. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Vitalik got to come over here and suck me off for all this fucking work I'm doing, shilling his bags.
It really
hurts
my feelings. It really hurts to hear you say that.
Why? Ethereum's awesome. Can we do Ethereum?
In fact, seeing as we're talking about Ethereum, and since they're eventually going to go to proof of stake, and obviously Pulse Chain is going to be proof of stake.
How much Ethereum does the Mt. Gox trustee have?
Can we do proof of work versus proof of stake briefly?
You can, but just realize that it's like the weakest dick. No one actually cares about it. Shit, but go ahead. No one cares about it.
I really want your opinions on this. This is not me trying to score points.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So crush this for me. This is the best argument. This is the best argument that I have heard personally for proof of work over proof of stake. Right?
Sure.
It is. So it's two parts, right? One, that proof of stake was considered by cypherpunks long before proof of work, and they found that the penalty cost for cheating needs to be external to the system to ensure that the security model is maintained. So proof of work mining provides an anchor for the cryptographic asset in terms of real world expenditure, in this case being electricity.
Yeah, but like I don't. So I guess I'm like, it's gonna sound weird, but it's something that I would say. Because I'm really smart, this shit's like so obvious to me. Like instantly, the second you say it, like I already know where the argument's gonna end up, like already. But then I don't understand why. Then I don't understand why like you don't come to the same like instant understanding. So like, let me give you this example. So your words that you just said were, in order for the consensus network to be secure, the cost has to be external. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your external cost in proof of work network is buying hardware and buying electricity, right?
Yes.
Your external cost in proof of stake network is buying stake.
Electricity is the main one.
Yeah. Your cost in a proof of stake network is buying the stake.
No.
The reason you don't 51%
native to the network. That's not external. That's native to the network.
It is external.
It's not.
When I write somebody else a check for something, I assure you it's very external.
They're
equally external, I promise you.
The asset is native to the network. So the cost. So
let me take it one level further for you.
It impacts all the game theory of all the attack vectors.
I know that. And let me go into the game theory.
Sure.
Why don't the miners 51% attack Bitcoin? Because you can only do it once. And if you try and do it more than once, they'll do proof of work change. And how much are you going to get? And you're going to devalue the value of all your mining equipment. You use all this mining equipment you bought, you use it to attack the network. Your mining equipment isn't useful for anything else. Now your mining equipment isn't worth anything because you destroyed the trust in the network, and all you did was profit off of one 51% spend attack. And you fucked one exchange, or maybe a couple exchanges out of somebody. And that's it. That's all you got. And that same exact game theory, economic game theory, that protects Bitcoin from 51% attacks, which is why no one even fucking tries them, is the same exact shit that protects proof of stake networks. Oh, you get some stake. Okay, cool. You have some stake. You borrowed it or you bought it or whatever the fuck. And now you roll back some transactions using your stake. Cool. You fucked over some exchanges. Congrats. And now your stake isn't worth anything anymore because you fucked the network. It's the same exact security model. And it's very fucking obvious. It's the same fucking security model. In one model, you give your money to the electricity company and the fucking hardware company, and you don't fuck the network because it devalues what you bought. And in the other model, you buy your stake from somebody else, and you don't fuck the network because it would devalue what you bought. It's the same exact game theory.
Let me try it from this angle then, right? Pierre Rochard states that proof of stake, from a computer science perspective, has unresolved issues. He claims that stakers do not need to commit to a specific history, so they can
commit
to an infinite
attack, and you overcome it by proofs of fraud.
Or a long-range attack.
Yes, and you overcome it with fraud proofs. And yes, I'm sure you can come up with some attack vectors versus proof of stake systems, but in general, people prefer just to get rich and be fine with it, instead of work really hard to lose money and experiment trying to attack them. So, like, if you really wanted to make money attacking these fucking proof of whatever consensus networks, I bet you could find bugs in all of them. If you really wanted to go open up a short on a network and fucking attack it, I'll bet you could. But here's the worst part. You discover that half the time when you bring the network down, the price goes up, ha ha ha, because life ain't fair. And you can't sell coins, you can't send to an exchange. So there's actually like more resistances built into these networks from fuckery, which is why they're dog shit software, all of them. Even Ethereum, as better as it is than Bitcoin, the software still sucks. Which is why we're fixing it.
There's certainly large risks to effing around and trying to attack these networks. However, we need to accept that not all attackers are financially motivated. You can have nation states that don't care about money. They're just their goal is just
the
to
right
F the
way to
network.
attack them is to send a drone strike to anyone operating a node. And if they proxy their nodes, use timing attacks to find out where the fucking all these like parade of imaginary horrible arguments are so stupid.
But they can't kill everyone.
No nation state is going to make SHA-256 miners when they can just write a law with a pen that says it's illegal and watch the price drop 99.9. So like
so Stanford University did a study of proof of work versus proof of stake, and in their findings, they believe that the only way that currently that you can have a proof of stake network that's legit is either to have checkpointing or what was the other thing?
Yeah, but checkpointing's fine. I don't mind it. Like I don't mind checkpointing.
Or have it anchored to a proof of work network. And so, like one of those is centralization.
Checkpointing it is cool. I'm cool with checkpointing. There we go. Thanks, Stanford.
Because obviously anchoring to proof of work just admits that proof of work's the only secure consensus. But
you just see, here's what I don't get. I take your own argument and use it against you, and you pretend it's not happening. You said Stanford said checkpointing was okay, and then you manipulate the argument to pretend that they didn't say that, and to then say proof of work's better because I think so. Look, Stanford said it.
It's centralized though. It's centralization. Having checkpointing is centralization.
You can't opt out of that. You're not compiling your own client that you wrote from scratch. You're sucking developer dick anyway, and it's unavoidable. You're going to suck dev dick when you compile your own wallet. You're not going to audit your own fucking wallet. You're going to suck dev dick when you type in your password into your fucking keyboard hoping you're not keylogged. You're going to suck you're sucking dev dick. It's not avoidable.
I think that's a weak attitude, Richard. I think that's a very weak attitude because it's basically saying because somewhere else in the chain there's like people not behaving with the optimum security, we should just throw everything out the window and not care about security on any level.
No. It's saying that someone that already could fuck you and chose not to, the guy that wrote your wallet, could also give you a valid checkpoint. It's a very reasonable argument. The guy that you're already giving your fucking keys could also just give you an honest checkpoint.
But wouldn't it be better if everyone actually just didn't do that?
The guy who wrote your wallet could just have all your keys sent to him at will. Anytime he wants. So yeah, you're already sucking his dick. He can give you a good checkpoint. It's not a fucking hard argument at all. It's a very reasonable argument. As a matter of fact, that's probably superior to trusting the fucking miners. Now that you bring it up, because I don't trust them motherfuckers a bit.
Well, look, I think the aim here is to have something that is truly trustless, right? Ideally,
that's not the aim.
you want to be able to operate within these networks.
The aim is to get rich, and your coin sucks for that. And the aim is to be secure, and your coin sucks for that. And the aim is not to blow up the goddamn earth. Your coin sucks for that.
Okay,
I don't understand what your coin isn't good in anything. Your coin's not good in anything.
Perfect segue, Richard, because I was just about to bring up the energy FUD.
Good, let's go.
So basically, obviously, what we just talked about with proof of work versus proof of stake does actually tie into the energy usage argument, because of the fact that it's only if you believe that proof of work is unnecessary that you can be like, this is such a waste of energy. Otherwise, it's a good use of energy if you believe it's the only true way of reaching a secret, right? So I believe that the Bitcoin energy FUD is way overhyped, right? There is a massive trend. There's a massive trend in Bitcoin mining towards renewable energy, and more importantly, stranded energy. So
cool story, man. This is very similar to the IB. Like,
hold up.
Yes, one day maybe you'll be unstranding energy, but today you're fucking not.
No, they're already doing it.
Like what? 2%, 1%. Fuck
but
all.
It's only
percent.
increased. It's only increased though.
Sure, yeah, but now that maybe the bear market kicked in, maybe you can't afford to unstrand shit anymore.
But
maybe the economics don't even work now.
These early examples are like proof of concept that other people will be like, hell yes, we don't have to flare gas. We don't have to, we've got this waterfall over here. Like I think the stranded energy argument is a strong one. And so in a recent interview that you had with that Bitcoin, there was a Bitcoin guy. You did it on the Bitcoin Magazine channel. You remember the Bitcoin Magazine channel, Richard?
Yeah.
On that interview, you said, if you love Bitcoin mining, you must really love nickel smelters, right? So the difference is that you can't pick your nickel smelter up and move it to a new location, whereas with a Bitcoin miner, you absolutely can. You can go and move it to another country, another energy source.
I think you can move them.
A nickel smelter. Oh, sorry. Okay. Accurate language.
Because, you can't
move it without great expense, time, effort, etc. Right?
Sure, it would cost more, but why would you need to move? Like, why would you move? There's no reason to move.
Because of changes to chase stranded energy if the political environment of where you set up that particular mining operation changes.
No. None of that shit applies to normal businesses, bro. I went to Iceland, okay? Flying helicopters, driving monster trucks, banging Icelandic chicks, okay?
Sounds cool. That sounds awesome.
And when I was there, I physically went to geothermal plants. And there they were. They take water, they send it down to the fucking ground. There's heat there. It makes steam. It spins turbines. It takes like a few guys to run a plant will last like 30 fucking years, and it doesn't take many guys to run it at all. It's the most energy efficient, cost effective electricity like on the planet. So I'm told. It kind of makes sense. You shit water and it makes steam, and then you just shit the same water back. You don't even need new fucking water. Wow, crazy. Just literally jacking the earth for energy. Yeah. So they have a shitload of aluminum smelting there, or whatever they fucking call it, aluminum refining. Now, at what point is the motherfucking volcano gonna stop providing heat? It ain't. And so they don't need to fucking move. It's fine. It's all good. And this shit ain't gonna change anytime soon. So this idea that you're gonna check, man, if you guys want to go move your fucking miners around to stop things from being flared or whatever, cool. But I'm actually not even sure the mechanics of how that makes shit better. Can you explain to me this? So first of all, if proof of stake works, which I'm pretty sure it does, because we've had successful proof of stake networks for quite a few fucking years now, but you guys wish they didn't. You wish they all failed or some shit, but they didn't. They work. So with that in mind, if Bitcoin would just switch to proof of stake, the world would be a better fucking place, and the Bitcoin price would pump. But if we live in this world where you guys never want to fucking make that change and you just love giving electricity companies money, let's go into the direct dynamics of how the fuck capturing this energy actually reduces pollution. I want to understand this. So they have methane gas or whatever the fuck coming out of the earth, and it's bad for the ozone. So they go, you know what? Let's catch it on fire instead. And then we catch it on fire, it's less bad for the ozone. And then they catch it on fire. And then the Bitcoin miner comes along, and then somehow magically the pollution goes away somehow. Explain to me how the pollution goes away. Legitimate question, because I don't understand where the pollution goes. I don't think you do.
Can you still hear me? Sorry,
Yeah,
this is going to sound like a cop out, but my phone was about to die of battery, so I had to find a power plug.
I can repeat this shit.
No, it's okay. You don't need to repeat it. Your question was, how does it save? So basically,
yeah. So they have gas coming out of the ground. They light it on fire. Now Mr. Bitcoin miner arrives and makes shit better. But how? How does shit get better for the earth?
Yeah. So you would rather than just burning the gas off while you're waiting for the next container ship to arrive, you use that gas locally at the location to power Bitcoin miners.
But do you know what use that gas means? It means burn it. So it was burning before, and now you're burning it instead. The gas is still getting burnt. I don't see how you're making anything any better.
Well, because you're burning it with a purpose rather than just burning. So
okay, so the environment still gets fucked, but you get to mine some coins and dump them on the market. Okay, cool.
So this does come back. This does come back to whether or not you believe in proof of work. It does.
No, but like, bro, you're still fucking the environment in the ass, but then you're just like, yo, but I got paid to fuck it. Ha ha ha.
But no, but it's going to get fucked anyway, right? Like, as in, if these guys are flaring gas, if these guys are flaring gas, then that's going to get burnt anyway.
Okay, sure, you're fine. I mean, okay, yeah, but you're not like, it's
like that industry. That industry is already on a path. You're not going to stop.
But just
you're
like
not going to
setting a
convince them.
fucking gas source on fire is not really an industry, right? It's just on fire now. That's it. There's no maintenance. It's just always on fire.
This is just one example, right? Like, you can get quite creative with where.
But you guys are like already. You guys are already 80% renewable anyway, and I just don't care. You dump the price all the time with the coins that you get from your 80% renewals. You murder the price every 10 minutes. It's bad for Bitcoin. Mining is bad for Bitcoin. Switch to proof of stake. Bitcoin price will pump. Environment will be happy. Win-win for everybody. I don't know why you guys keep pretending that proof of stake doesn't work. It obviously does, and for lots of networks for a long time. I mean, shit, bro. Like, we have all kinds of failures in crypto, but they're not proof of stake network failures. We have no shortage of failures. I can think of more inflation bugs in Bitcoin than I can think of proof of stake network failures. And that's the other thing I don't understand. All of your arguments to software security revolve around shit where the security doesn't come from. Like, you think security comes from hash rate and finality and chain weight, and it comes from none of those things. It comes from not having fucking inflation bugs. That's where the majority of errors in blockchain software have occurred.
Hey,
Bitcoin
Richard,
had them, Bitcoin had them,
devil's advocate
XLM had them.
For a second.
What?
I want to play devil's advocate on what you said about the inflation bug. Would it be interesting to say that the inflation bug for proof of stake is the fact that sovereign money printers can dilute GDP in order to get more stake to buy more stake? Isn't that the inflation bug?
Because they could just buy more. They could buy more mining hardware. It's the same argument. You can print money to buy mining hardware. It's the same argument. They cancel out.
Oh, you're right. All right, cool.
Yeah, all good. That's how I like the arguments to go. I like that. So Tangent, bro, I like you, man. I think you're a great hexagon. I love your pictures. I love your fucking DJ sets. I love all your shit. But like, Bitcoin sucks dick, man. I'm sorry. I know you have.
I've got one. Yeah. So do you, right? I mean, sorry. You don't need to answer that. You
never
don't
talk about my finances.
Exactly. One other thing. It's a minor point, but I just thought I'd bring it up. Right. So like recently, there have been like these humanitarian efforts around the world. You know, the truckers in Canada is an example of it, that have shown this positive use case for Bitcoin, right? Where the censorship resistance of its value transfer has come into play, And a requirement for that to happen is there needs to be the infrastructure for someone, say in Canada or whatever the location is, to be able to take that Bitcoin that they've been donated, and turn it into their local currency so they can buy food or fuel or whatever the hell, right? So you need so Bitcoin has exchanges literally in every country around the world. It's pervasive, where if someone sends you Bitcoin, you can turn it into your local currency. Whereas many of these other coins.
So first of all, if they could have done coin mixing, they wouldn't have got fucked. And if they had used Ethereum, they could have used coin mixing. And I don't know of any exchange that carries Bitcoin but not Ethereum. So you're arguing for Ethereum, but you don't realize it. Ethereum would have done a better job serving those truckers than Bitcoin did. Cheaper, faster, more anonymous. It's a wholesome, wonderful endeavor, and we have a better technology to support it.
So I think that's possibly exhausted everything that I wanted to talk about on the Bitcoin side.
I thought they were good arguments, man. I thought you put up a better effort than most. And you had one thing I agreed with you on, which was the regulatory heat thing, which I liked.
That was the claim of mine when the Hex community was trying to convince me not to do this. I said, I guarantee you that it will be a more engaging and more and a better
Leave it to a
discussion than what
Hexagon to represent Bitcoin better than a Bitcoiner.
And that's what I said to them as well, that it actually is something that the community can promote, saying Orca and I do a better job of defending Bitcoin than actual Bitcoiners. It's a feather in the hat of Hex.
You didn't tell me that socialism and capitalism were the same thing. I thought that was the best argument of my last Bitcoin debate. I thought that was a real fucking gem. Who was
on that side? Was that you or someone else?
Oh, that was I think that socialism and capitalism are different by definition, tautologically. I think that's a no-brainer, that one. I don't remember the guy's name. He's like a bald dude.
Yeah. So Richard, is everyone ready for me to bring the heat? Because now I want to talk about hell. This is the A game material. So like we've just been warming up so far, sort of thing. But this is more about.
Better pick up, Tangent. It better pick up right now, dude. You better bring the heat right now.
Do it.
All right. This is
you've been like
so because obviously the debate was going to be sort of Hex. The debate topic was going to be Hex is better than Bitcoin. You on the affirmative, me on the negative, right?
Well, I just think Ethereum is better. It's a consensus network, you know.
No. Forget Ethereum. Like it's in my mind, the only two things worth talking about are Hex and Bitcoin. So, but everyone, yeah. So can we talk about the Hex game theory? Yeah, right. So
yeah, good.
When I look at the game theory across the Hex network, it appears to me that the game theory for the entity or entities that have access to the origin address get different game theory from all other network participants.
Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know, actually. I mean, that statement is basically the same as like a whale has different goals and time frames and shit. And like, yeah, whales have different shit.
I'm glad you said that because when you point to Satoshi or other large scale holders in Bitcoin or any other crypto, those large holders do not get separate, ongoing network rule-based advantages specifically for them that are unfair to the other network participants, whereas the OA does.
Unfair? Tell me more.
So perhaps the word unfair is... Let's just say no. I'll stick with it. I'll stand by it.
That's fine. Okay. So
let's just say the OA makes a stake, and then once it gets locked in, it ends its stake.
Yeah.
The penalty that address receives for ending the stake is lesser than any other network participant within the Hex network because some of it gets sent back to the OA.
Assuming that the OA was controlled by the same entity that also controlled the
the address that's ending.
Assuming the OA daughters that were doing the staking and unstaking were controlled by the same address that actually had OA keys, you could say that, sure. Yes. Now, that's a cool parade of imaginary horribles. Now let's look at the reality. In the chain analysis that I've seen, OA daughters hold 20% of shares. And so in the real world, counter to your fucking gay argument, if someone were to try and make a stake and end a stake, make a stake and end a stake and shit, all they would do would be enrich all the other non-OA daughter addresses that hold the majority of the stakes. They hold the majority of shares. So it doesn't work.
Okay, I got this.
It just doesn't work.
Is it possible that certain aspects of Hex's tokenomics, including what you just said, could be good for medium-term price appreciation while also being bad for broad long-term adoption?
It depends on what type of person is looking at the market. If the class of person is a person that only likes coins that he thinks is decentralized, then the ownership in Hex isn't as decentralized as other coins. But he's also stupid because shit that's centralized economically does very well. Amazon, Facebook, economically centralized. Just fucking best time to buy Bitcoin was when Satoshi owned 100% of the coins. But for those people that aren't smart enough to know those things, they might not like that. What I know is that every time I see the OA get a coin, it never gets sold on market. But every time a pleb faggot gets a coin, there's a reason. Them shits be finding their way to market and hurting the price. Isn't that crazy?
I agree with you.
So it turns out that the person that doesn't need to fucking sell oftentimes won't, but the pleb that needs to sell oftentimes will. So personally, I like to see the OA get lots of fucking coins because it seems like if it keeps doing what it's been doing, that's good for price.
Richard, on that point, I agree with you. You're not the overall debate of that point.
I mean, here, let me help you win a point. Let me help you win a point. Any large whale in the Hex community could send the price to negative levels that no one would like. So you could probably send the fucking Hex price down some percent, personally. A lot of people in the chat could send some Hex price down a bunch of percent personally. But then the question is, after that was done happening, and that fucker got shaken out, then where does the price go? Because the system keeps working awesome. So if the OA decided to if the OA daughters decided to murder themselves and murder the price one day, as Bitcoin has been murdered multiple times before, what would happen just after? Well, no crystal ball, but I wouldn't be surprised if the price went right back up.
Yes. So I know that many in the Hex community, including myself, are incredibly grateful. I cannot stress that highly enough. Incredibly grateful that OA address and daughter addresses have never hurt the price, dumped on followers, etc. Dumped on community, etc. However,
I know a lot of founders. Now look, there's nothing to say that the founder has OA keys or whatever, but if we're saying that if we're comparing OA to say Vitalik dumps Ethereum all the time.
Yes.
OA doesn't. Well, that seems cool.
Every project, the founders dump coins for sure.
There you go.
However, you've been quoted as saying that crypto was invented to get rid of middlemen.
Yeah,
and having a massive holder, call it a benevolent whale, does
it falls down to another whale. So let's say you get rid of the OA. Okay, now you got the God whale. Oh, let's say you're a fucking socialist. You get rid of the God whale. Okay, you got guys that got earnery. Okay, we get rid of those. Oh, we got referral link guys. At some point, you cannot. The socialist faggotry of pretending that the world is a better place if everyone has exactly as much money as you, it never actually comes to fruition. There's always a power law distribution. Always. There's always somebody that has 10 times more than you. Always. And that guy can always murder the price in comparison to you. Always. It happens in Bitcoin. It happens in everything. It's not get rid of a bull. You would just change who it was.
But and so part of what I'm about to say actually stems all the way back to the whole Satoshi argument, but it's more direct about this. When institutions, nation states, high net wealth individuals look at what crypto they are going to invest in,
negative 73%.
But no. But do you see it as being a problem where if there's
Bitcoin's down 73%, they don't care. They market buy on Coinbase out of their phone.
So just from their own,
they'll buy hex.
like
they'll buy hex. They're noobs. They're dumb. They market buy from their phone. They're not sitting there like you trying to socialize the fucking the market.
I'm not trying to be a socialist. I'm not trying to be a socialist. I'm just trying to get inside the heads of large scale.
So you don't think the president of Israel would see me twerking and decide to FOMO from his phone? You're not there yet, bro. It's going to take a little while before we're there. You guys are going to have to do a better job marketing so that my twerking is irrelevant.
But my concern.
Let me summarize his argument. He's saying hex sucks because Bitcoin's been around longer, so people don't realize it's just an old shitcoin. But it's been around so long that they forgot that it's just another shitcoin.
I don't think
that's what's so funny to me about Bitcoin. Like, I know, but like, I'm just saying, when Bitcoin's around as long as when hex is around for as long as Bitcoin has had, it will have a better. Well, actually, it's always going to be 10 years ahead. So we'll see. I mean, like, why do I give a fuck what these faggots think? My shit went up 10,000x and Bitcoin limp dick to 3x. Why do I give a fuck about any of your arguments? The reality of my coin already outperformed the reality of their coin, all of your parade of imaginary horrible bullshit aside. Like, it's irrelevant, everything. Like, the price chart tells you the fucking truth. That's the truth. The truth is, if you bought Hex on January 5th of 2020, you're up 215x or more versus Bitcoin right now after a 90% dip. That's the fucking fact. That's the reality. And all this, maybe if someone did this, and maybe if a government did that, and all this fucking fake bullshit, like, it's like, no one cares, man. They don't. No one gives a fuck. People are in this to get rich, and they don't want to get their shit hacked, and Bitcoin's been hacked fucking twice, and Hex has never been hacked. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin get hacked a third time, and for Hex to never get hacked.
I'm thinking of this well into the future in terms of, say, like, global, like, world reserve.
Okay, ready?
Currency.
Ready? Everyone in the world adopts Bitcoin as a global reserve company, and it does a fucking 10x, and no one gives a fuck about your shit 10x that you had to wait 100 years for. No one cares.
No, but Richard, I said earlier in this discussion that I'm not debating price. I'm not debating where the gains are. I know that I tell people all the time, if you want mad gains,
I hope you become the global reserve currency, and then we can watch the fucking all the fossil fuels of the world evaporate. Because the security model of Bitcoin is literally that you have to burn enough money in order to protect an amount of money. And as the amount of money that you're protecting goes up, the amount of money you have to burn goes up at a fucking 1-to-1 or worse ratio. And so, like, if you really want to see Bitcoin as a global reserve currency of the world, you really will destroy the planet, truthfully. Like, I'm no kidding. Like, I'm fucking serious.
Richard, have you heard this theory about how your race, like in terms of here, it's like the human race, you actually want higher energy usage to actually expand as a species. It's like your energy usage, you want that to go up.
Yes, this is Elon Musk's argument, and it assumes that the usage is intelligent, not literally wasteful on purpose, the exact absolute opposite of utility.
Well, then that just comes back to the
proof of
work thing. But it comes back to whether you believe proof of work is required for a sound monetary instrument. Because
we know it's not.
But
we know it's not.
We don't know for sure. Proof of stake hasn't been proven yet.
How many more years you want to wait?
In my opinion.
Yeah, how many more years you want to wait? You want to wait until Ethereum 10.0?
I don't think it's a time thing. I think
well,
it's
then you're
more
dumb. I mean, like, what's your fucking rule then? Wait for another Stanford paper to say it's okay? But they just did that already.
I don't appeal to authority.
You said it was okay with checkpointing. You said it was okay with checkpointing, and so just have checkpointing and fucking stop blowing up the environment and burning up the price.
They said it only works with either of those two things, and neither of those are acceptable to me.
Bro, checkpointing should be acceptable. Because you trust the guy that compiled your fucking client. You can trust him to give you a good checkpoint. You're trusting him not to export your fucking keys. When your fucking node communicates with the network to sign a transaction, he could just tell it to dump all your keys to him. So unless you're personally compiling and expecting every fucking line of code of the wallet you're using, you're already trusting that guy totally and completely with your keys. Unless you're using 2FA or some shit. And then he could just have you sign a weird transaction that got around that anyway. So, like, it's just, if you can trust the person that wrote your wallet, which you have to, then you can trust the fucking checkpoint.
Hey,
So,
can
Richard,
we tangent?
wait.
Hey, tangent. Can
Yep.
we bring up? It looks like Nurse Scarlet has had her hand up for a while. Can we? Can we have her
I'm
hop
so
in?
close to the end, man. I'm so close to the
Finish
end.
it. Finish it, tangent.
Yeah, we're letting Tangent finish for a
Finish it.
reason, Gold.
Hurry up.
We're so close. Yeah,
We're coming to you soon, Gold. We're coming to you
Everyone
soon,
shut the
Gold.
fuck up. Everyone shut up. I would rather watch Tangent's body become disintegrated, have his spirit come back as a ghost, and then have to fight this fight all over again from the ethereal realm than listen to anything else right now. Now you may continue.
Thanks, guys. So, Richard, do you at least agree that adoption is important? Richard?
His mic's muted. Sorry, Richard.
Oh, someone muted everyone, Richard. You need to unmute your mic. So my question is adoption important? And do you see that these two things that I've raised, i.e. people being able to point, like when people are investing into an asset where they know that is going to heavily enrich someone that they can point to and be like, so for example, say a Michael Saylor.
So the Winklevi twins. The Michael Saylor, okay. So everyone wants to make Michael Saylor rich, so they prefer to buy Bitcoin.
But remember when I said that in Bitcoin you had like a list and it wasn't even complete. Whereas within Hex, I'm not saying it is because we don't know who owns the keys, but there will be people out there who will assume that it's you and only you, and they're like, do I really want to spend hundreds of millions of dollars of my money making this other guy like the richest person in the world, or would I rather just jump onto some other, like make my own project or invest in Bitcoin?
Extremely easy to answer question.
Smoke it.
We have seen people answer exactly that in every successful startup. Every successful startup is one rich-ass motherfucker handing a smaller group of people a shitload of money. So when Draper handed over his, fucking 12 million or whatever to buy the coins that were seized from the uncensorable, unseizable coins that, were seized from the Silk Road dude.
Yep.
You know, he was happy to hand the money over to the federal government, of all people. And when, somebody came and gave money, when Sean Parker came and gave money to fucking Zuckerberg, he was happy to do it. And then the A round was happy, and the B round was happy, and the C round was happy, and the D round was happy. Yes, we have thousands of instances of proof of motherfuckers with hundreds of millions of dollars happy to give them to a dude for some shit because he wants to make more. That's startups all over the place.
I'm convinced, Richard. You've convinced me on this.
All right,
that's doable. So the last thing, I just want to talk briefly about Pulse. Right.
And by the way, totally unrelated. Yep. But there was some sacrifices for freedom of speech and for freedom of movement, which generated what looked like at least $660 million of stablecoin energy. Because I remember seeing totals of about like 660 M of just stables sitting in those addresses. That kind of also, they are supporting freedom of speech and freedom of movement, but I promoted those things. And I said they were good things to promote. And I'm the one that said it. And so, maybe people don't think I suck. Maybe people think I'm cool.
Of all the things that we've discussed, this is the thing that you've got me most convinced on. That is a solid as fuck argument as to why that won't be a problem. So I just want to ask you a quick question about Pulse, or a quick attack on Pulse.
Attack.
So, well, it's a sort of attack. Look, forget I said that.
Sure. Why doesn't Consensus just fuck Ethereum in the ass? I mean, they own MetaMask, they own fucking Infura. Why don't they just fuck Ethereum in its ass? Oh, because they make more money not blowing up their own bags. Oh, and then anything you're going to say has the same argument.
But they also haven't had a gun put to their head by a nation state saying you blow it up or else.
Well, I'm waiting till some Bitcoin mining pools get guns put to their head. That'll be funny. Or that mining council that Saylor hooked up. That seems like a nice.
I was against that. I was dead against the idea of them all being registered and listed and stuff. That was dumb. But we'll see how that plays out.
Look, here's the thing, right? I invented the term just-in-time security, and what it means is that if the reality starts to get shitty and people are playing meaner, and doing more attacks or more fucking fucked up attacks, then you just counter, right? You're like, oh, they're kicking doors in. Okay, well, now there's more doors.
Richard, you're actually starting to answer. You're starting to answer the question I was about to ask. So I'll quickly shoot it in there, right? So, on-chain indicates that the OA owns a shitload of pulse, like as in sacrificed.
OA daughters, but sure, yeah.
Oh, sorry, OA daughters. Sorry. Right. So, with that percentage of pulse, theoretically, theoretically, it would allow those addresses to take control of the network, effectively delegate, to choose who the validators are by delegating to whoever, not just the majority, but literally all 33. Right? I've done the math roughly.
Probably,
right. So, in my opinion, actually, the question I should have asked first is: you agree that admin keys are a bad idea, right? Like all of Hex community, you agree, we all preach that admin keys are a no-go for genuine crypto projects. However, I see this as being like pseudo admin keys, because if an admin key allows you to basically just take control over everything and do what you want, taking control over all of the nodes also allows you to do whatever you want.
If you don't like admin keys, you're not going to like the bridge either, baby. Because that's the only way that we could figure out to do it.
Yeah,
no one else has figured out another way either.
I'm aware of that, but the bridge is not the entire network, right? Like,
true. Yeah, that's true. Look, dude, if you think that people that have a large amount of stake in a thing are going to ass fuck their bags by fucking the network, then you don't believe in blockchains, because all blockchains are secured by financial self-interest. If miners didn't care about making money, they just would mine empty blocks constantly and fuck you in your ass and be like, haha, your network doesn't work anymore. We just mine empty blocks only. Ha ha. But they don't do that because they care about financial incentives. And so the same financial incentives that make all blockchains work. And by the way, I already answered your question before you asked it and told you that the same reason Consensus doesn't blow their fucking brains out and just turn off MetaMask and turn off fucking Infura is because they like making money. Is the same reason that somebody that might hold a shitload of stake in a consensus network might not break the fucking network. Like, it's just a stupid question.
Wouldn't it be better to have something where you don't have to rely on that secondary game theory?
No.
Where,
you know
where
why?
It's actually
because you want to know why? Because this fake trustless shit usually ends up with a bunch of backdoor buddy scumbags fucking everybody over, and it's just fake. So like Uniswap. Uniswap has a DAO. Okay, cool. The DAO voted to give like 25 million to some fucking entity no one had ever heard of before to do like blockchain education. And they like gave them the 25 million and then no one ever heard of them again.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that funny? Oh, well, that was decentralized, right? That was the shit that you're lobbying for. And it just fucked everyone in their ass and it didn't work. Because like, every attempt at this like DAO shit, I've looked at it and it looks like it sucks balls. They don't make the right decisions. There's a saying that the best way to run a new startup is with a benevolent dictator. Let me Google that, actually. Let's find out what that says.
I was literally just about to drop that term, Richard, because so my main point overarching all of this.
I mean, so your shit is like, yo, dog, fucking, I prefer other dudes other than OA, even though the OA daughters are like, in the grand scheme of all fucking crypto history, the only people to ever act as good as OA daughters is fucking Satoshi himself. But fuck those motherfuckers. I'd much rather have these other random ass motherfuckers that's probably going to act like the validator. Like, I personally...
No.
Like,
I trust them, and that would be my preference.
And
I'm trying to look at this.
There's just no other way to fucking... You have to trust somebody. And you can only reduce the trustfulness so far until you hit a bottom where you have to have trust. You have to trust your keyboard. You have to trust there's no video camera watching it. You have to trust there's no audio watching it. You have to trust no evil mate attacked you. You have to trust the fucking shit that compiled. You have to, like, there is trust that you cannot reduce.
So you do agree with me that a benevolent dictator counts as a trusted party?
Well, here's the thing, man. It's like there's just a lot of assumption in this statement that I can't address. Like, how many people is the OA daughters? You don't know. So, like, there's a lot of assumptions going into this that are like, you don't know how many people are in those OA daughters.
I was going to jokingly say just one, Richard. Just one. I'm joking. I am fucking joking.
I hear you. Yeah. So, like, I mean, it's just, here's another thing. Like, when you experiment with, like, when you fuck around and start trying to change known good working parameters, maybe it works worse and not better. I mean, it's common, actually. Like, if something works really great and you start fucking with it, it usually works less great. That's why you can't, like, if you get a new BMW that's not a turbo, like if you get an E46 M3 that runs high compression, you can't barely do anything to it.
Do you know I own that car?
What car? I didn't know that.
Did you, like, the car that you just said, I literally own it.
I just used to have one. It's a good car. I like it. The SMG shifts.
I love it. I love it. I'm never going to sell it. I love it.
Love the way it shifts. It's a great car.
Richard, I feel like that's a good segue.
Sure.
I have.
Can I just conclude?
I didn't want to come up, but I do have
conclude.
Wanted me to come up. Basically, they're asking you to FUD Maxi. I feel like you're aware of it at this point, but like,
isn't Maxi somebody made a giant ass stake and then sold shares in it? I mean, that seems legit to me. I don't understand. Like, you're taking smart contract counterparty risk, and that like you hope it doesn't get hacked. But if it doesn't get hacked, it seems legit.
Yeah. I know, man. The premium's just too high right now, Richard. They want the premium.
Well, I don't fucking know. I don't look at the chart.
For some FUD right now, we need some speculation.
No, congrats, bro. Like, listen, man, if you're gonna make coins on top of Hex that pump Hex and then do well themselves, congrats, bro. Good on you.
Guys, just really quickly before we shift away, I just want to thank everyone in here for being so fucking patient to allow me to do this. It was so extended. I also want to thank Richard for allowing me to do this.
And I appreciate you doing a good job. You know, you did a good job trying to represent the Maxi arguments. I feel like you don't realize that you lost, but you might one day.
Look, the thing is, before we did this discussion, I believed that you were not being that you were being intellectually dishonest, either deliberately or accidentally, about Bitcoin. And you have managed to convince me in this discussion that you actually do believe. So I don't necessarily agree with you on everything you've said, but I believe that you believe it.
Yes, and I truly do. And look, I probably lose more money shit talking Bitcoin than I make. Like, talking the truth about it probably costs me money, but it's the truth.
And literally all I ever ask of anyone is to tell the truth. So Richard, thanks for everything. Thanks for letting me do this. And hopefully we can chat again soon another time.
Sounds great, bro. Keep them hot pictures coming. I love them, bro. I love to see Hexkins with hot folk. For real.
Thanks,
I really
man.
do.
Thanks, Richard. See you, man.
See you, man. So, guys, yeah,
a couple more.
The Bitcoin community needed a Hexkin to do a better job standing up for Bitcoin. So, go Hex, go Hexkins. And look, Bitcoin's still probably better than the stock market. So, I mean, I have to check the chart. I hope it's still better than the stock market. I might have to stop saying that. Lol. I hope it can continue to be better than the stock market. I hope.
Hey, Tangent,
who's next?
I'm going to gently lower Tangent's body down into a grave, and then we'll have these other speakers go.
Hey, he died with honor, bro. He died with fucking honor. He really did.
That was fucking spectacular. Nurse, it's all yours, son.
All right. Well, Black Hexagon, she had her hand up first. She had it up a while, so does she still want to go?
Yeah, hard to follow after that. I just started listening. But
it's a hard one.
Actually,
it's too technical. Most people don't give a shit about none of that.
Yeah, I'm really
consensus bullshit
for the KSB team. You know, your U.S. road trip team that goes around talking about how wonderful you are and all your projects.
Well, damn, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, we're the ones that wrap the cars and do all that stuff.
Love it.
So we're planning a new tour for next year for Post Chain. And we're the ones that are hosting the golf tournament on Labor Day. And I just wanted to let you know that there are about 20, 30 ladies involved in that effort of
Wow.
pictures that say, you know, come hang out at our hole.
Nice.
Let us wash your balls.
Oh my
I know
God.
that you can. I know that you can retweet.
You guys again with that outrage marketing shit. All right.
Yeah, that's where we learn from. It's all about that outrage.
All right. I hope it works. I think it's harder for girls. I don't know if the outrage works the same for girls. I hope it does, but it might.
Sex sells.
That's true. That is true. I hope it works
better.
I know you couldn't retweet our last situation.
Well, yeah, hit
we
me.
were asking
Give me the link. Give me the link.
It's actually right here in the nest. Jack Hexagon posted it. She's the one that makes all the cool memes. It's like the third post in the nest. It says, "Just for Richard, golf meme. Come hang out with us at the hole."
So, hold on, let me look. I'm on her page. Golf memes. I mean, I don't see no donation links on her shit. Let me look up.
We did one without the donation links, just so that you could retweet it. We didn't want.
So the last one is like an hour old with the nice booty.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll do
please retweet that. Thank you, Richard.
All right. Hey,
That's
my
all
pleasure.
I got.
Hey, thank you. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it. We all do.
Much love.
All right, nurse.
I see y'all trying to break my sleep schedule up. All right, keep them coming. Let's go.
Go on, nurse.
Okay, so what's up with the TikTok, Richard?
I gotta make one. I literally just haven't done it.
Can you do it
I
today?
gotta work on it.
Can you do it today?
I'm too tired now. I could do it tomorrow probably.
Yeah, that'd be great because, you know, like, I mean, TikTok.
It's stupid not to have one. It's real stupid.
It is, and then we can't tag you, and there's some
Yep.
people out there. So
I need it. I need it.
And then it's
y'all on this call, remind me to make one until I actually do, please. I need TikTok. It's real stupid to make all this content and not just copy paste it, you know?
exactly. So that's what I was gonna say. Like, you can just download
100%.
your
100%.
reel, post it. So
All right.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Richard, I'm going to ask you a quick question. So I'm going to get back to a little economics. So one of the things I think you agree that we all agree is we got a fiat currency issue around the world, right? Fiat's going to zero eventually. It's been developed over the last knows how many decades. We all know it doesn't matter. It's in the short term, dollars running, whatever. In the context of a stable coin, they're all still backed by a currency, either the dollar or the pound, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Tether a little bit different. Okay.
Yeah.
Still puts you kind of in that same position. What are your thoughts and feelings on a stable coin backed by gold? That's an algorithm that adds and removes gold based on the volume, and it's got a reserve to it, like with 2 or 3 to 1, whatever it is.
I think they already have that. I think it's already a thing. I know that's already a thing, actually. There's already gold-backed coins, dude. But they're not stable. They're just gold-backed.
But I'm talking about a stable coin. It's very specifically a stable coin because gold is cash. Gold is not meant to be an investment. We all know that.
No, but like you can't. So here's what happens, right? You want to.
I know there's Paxos. Like I know that there's gold-backed coins, but they follow gold. I'm talking about keeping it at par. So instead of selling and going liquid into a USDC or USDT or whatever, a fiat-backed stablecoin, you got an algo gold-backed stablecoin.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, someone gives you $100. He's like, "Yo, give me a stablecoin," and you're like, "Okay, here's a coin, and I got your $100." And then he's like, "Oh, but wait a second, I want this shit to be more complicated. Instead, I still want my $100, but then you, instead of just holding the $100, you got to hold some other shit. So, let me roll some dice.
Same thing with dollars now. The petrodollar.
I choose gold, and then you choose gold, and then the guy's like, "Hey, man, you wanted to get weird with this shit and make me hold this fucking gold, but bro, the gold just went down, and you said you wanted this to be quote stable, and so now you're fractionally reserved, and so it just doesn't make no fucking sense, bro."
Well, if you have if you have enough of a reserve that adds and removes,
then you're capital inefficient because you require people to over collateralize to make up for the dips. So it's just a dumb idea. I mean, I know you like gold. Just buy a gold coin, man. Because like you can't if you want like it's. I don't understand what you're trying to achieve. Like you're trying to make the stable coins have a better backing or what?
I'm trying to have it not.
They probably already hold gold, man. They probably like these stables like USDC has a basket of investments. They have commercial paper. They've got fucking all types of investments already. Gold is just a poorly performing investment. I'd probably rather stick with whatever shit they already have.
Well, I don't think it's an investment at all.
All right, then I'd rather have what they're already doing, which is like actually trying to get yield. And if they're successful, your shit's more secure, not less. I mean, it's untold. Like, I prefer they take less risk or just hold the fucking cash. But like, I mean, like ideally they just hold the fucking cash because then like, because if they lose, they're going to socialize the losses. You're going to get jacked. If they win, you're not getting nothing. So it's a free call option for them. So like, I think the ideal stable is one that just holds the fucking money. Which I think Paxos does, but like, don't quote me. Because it, like, I mean, it was a good thing to bring up because like understanding how stables work.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been thinking about it for a while.
You're just forcing the stable into a weird investment when they already are doing other non-weird investments, and it's okay.
Well, like you said earlier, people.
Until it's not like if we find out that it's not okay, then that will suck. You know, like
people
like if USDC actually had like Luna on their shit and they didn't tell anyone, then it'd be like wrecked.
Well, then you're in trouble. Like Paxos is all LBMA Hallmark Gold. If we got LBMA Hallmark Gold at a discount,
no, but I think Paxos also has a product which just literally holds dollars and shows full reserve. So at least I've heard that.
That's a different. No. That's a completely different one. Yeah, they have their own stable coin. I'm just looking for a way to get away from fiat, right? So when we sell and take profits, we're not.
Well, look, man, look, there's only one way out of fiat, and it's to have the non-stable actual stuff.
Right.
So in order to get away from fiat, you got to drop the stable, which really just means tied to fiat. It's not actually stable at all. It goes down in value. It goes down in value almost all the time because dollars go down in value almost all the time. And so stable really means just goes down in value almost all the time. So
which is what I'm trying to get away from.
Well, yeah. So you just have to own shit that's not stable, like actual assets, you know?
Right.
But look, bro, like I think having stable and buying dip is probably, you know, a successful strategy for a lot of folks. Because, you know, some shit's more tax preferential than other shit, you know?
For sure, for sure. All right, thank you very much, man.
My pleasure,
doing war room stuff with you is a freaking, it's a fucking dream.
Thank you,
Funding, Jim.
Hey, I just wanted to chime in on that small bit. That small bit was TrueUSD is an escrow. It's not. It's a dollar that's locked just like a bridge of fiat into an ERC20 that's called TUSD. So if you're talking about stablecoin, that one was founded by Stanford. It has, you know, a lot of backing. It's fully audited as far as what's in its bank accounts versus other things that might be, you know, partially crypto backed or gold backed or, you know, speculative instruments. So I just wanted to comment about TrueUSD.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Cool. Mr. Hart, I'm happy to support you. Freaking, think you're a genius.
Thank you, man.
You know, your energy and whatnot, everything's dope. And
appreciate
also,
it, brother.
As a crypto head and whatnot, definitely appreciate your calls on the bottom. You know where we're headed in this bear market regarding Bitcoin.
Brad, I called it right. Motherfuckers didn't listen. I'm like, all right, well.
A lot of people don't get it. They don't get the
you
know.
I'll see you at the bottom, bitches.
So, like, you know, just as a Hexagon, I appreciate you. You know, some of that Twitter activity. I'm definitely watching and taking note of all your wisdom and all that. So
thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Who next?
All right, y'all. If you don't have anything to say, I got to rotate you off the stage. I got a shitload of people trying to request the mic. And also, you should probably retweet the room so that other people can get in here with the limited access that we got.
Richard, I have a question. I do have a question. So as far as Pulse Chain launching, how you know, there's a lot of people that aren't Hexicans that are coming into the community. How can they best support the success of Pulse Chain?
Well, I mean, participate heavily in the network once it exists. Promote it before it exists. Practice on the test net. Put stickers out, you know, put fucking cards out. Do direct mail, you know, do the work, man. Same shit we've been doing. So more of the same. About it. I mean, if you wanted to, you could get other projects to try to integrate, but like, I don't give, like, half these fucking teams is probably going to disappear in a bear anyway. So like, you know, I don't even bother with that shit. They'll come when they fucking see how good it is. That's my feels
Richard,
on the like other projects bullshit.
Richard, how do you feel about the network effect, Metcalfe's law, playing into the Pulse Chain network, being that we have so many projects that are coming online from day one, which has never been happening before?
Yeah, maybe. It could be. Look, man, I think Pulse Chain is a goddamn fabulous idea. Fabulous. I mean, the bear market hasn't even solved the gas fees. Shit still costs too much. Well, sweet. I thought that, you know, fees would come down a bit. They didn't even come down. It's like, I mean, they came down a bit. Let me look at the shit. Gas.
Richard, I have a
it's a
question.
lot,
Richard, what would be your advice for people? Here's the thing. The beautiful thing about Pulse Chain, man, like, especially from the Hexagon community, like, it has driven a lot of people that I feel like had, you know, entrepreneurship in their heart, and they're like finally, they see Pulse Chain as opportunity.
On-ramp users outside of my fucking communities. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop sucking pump out of my
like,
shit. Go fucking get other users.
Maybe that's a better question than what I was gonna. My question was gonna be like, what would your advice be to them? But
just on-ramp users from other communities, man.
How do we, like, what's a good strategy for you know, connecting Pulse Chain new projects outside of the Hexagon community?
Well, here's my thing, bro. It's like, you hear Vitalik shilling ERC20s? Nah, why? Because he ain't got bags of ERC20s. So like, I want to see my coins that I design do well. And so if some motherfucker comes up and is like, yo, Rich, I could buy shit you invented, but instead I want you to tell me why I should buy some shit you didn't invent. No. You know what I mean?
But Richard, let's be honest, like, for Pulse Chain to, like, for Pulse
read
to
my
blow
book.
Up, to
I'll teach you how to do good marketing.
No. What I'm saying is, though, for Pulse Chain, for Pulse X and Hex, for those to do a 10,000X, like, you do need a network. You need to
you
support.
You actually don't,
you
though.
can't. You really think,
no, you don't, though.
You really think Pulse X and Hex by themselves would run a full network?
Hey, you ready? You ready, dog? Watch me prove this shit. I'm so good at this. I love this shit. Hey, do you remember Ethereum in 2017? When it went up 14,000x? What were them cool ass projects running on that shit? Oh, it was like jack shit. You know what I mean? So like, yes, like Pulse can serve as a great home for a lot of projects. But in reality, those projects do not need to actually be there at all for Pulse to do amazingly well. Like Ethereum did well. Like, it's just, are people buying it?
But
are they using it? Like, if Hex was the only thing on Pulse, Pulse could still do well.
Here's my challenge.
If other shit wants to be on Pulse, great. Like, I support it. But I ain't never going to promote some other motherfucker's coin over my coin.
Richard, trust me, Richard, you know, I'm building, and I would never expect.
So my answer is, if you want to on-ramp other communities and be like, look, you tired of losing money to fucking fees? Well, your code's already here and it's free and you don't got to do shit.
Richard, I know, like, you know me, like, I've told my community not to, like, be in your threads, like, shilling my shit.
Thank you.
100%, dude. I respect, because I do the same shit to new projects in our threads. I block them instantly, because you're not, like,
otherwise they're just sucking the pup out of your shit for why, 100%, like, you know.
100%. And I don't like, you know, I'm not showing your threads, and I respect that, and I do the same. But I will say this. I am so inspired by Pulse Chain and what you're building.
Thank you, man.
And truly, and and like here's the cool part
It
about it,
will
man.
be
Like,
better than
I know you,
Ethereum.
I know you're focused on actually building the chain, and
Yeah.
I'm a part of this like radical group of like really inspired people that are inspired by you, and they're bringing it to Pulse
Thank
Chain.
you.
And the thing I want to share with you is like the standards that you've set as far as trustless, audited
Nice.
code. The
Nice.
things that truly like the things you've set. I just want you to know that not only with the people that are building, but the people that are holding those people to those standards.
Thank God, dude.
Dude, you are
I
setting
mean,
the
like,
standard, and
thank
people
you.
are learning because of you, and I respect it, and I
I'm glad to
appreciate
hear that, man. I like, because like that's the one thing. Like that one dude that made the what was it called, Hedron? Yeah, I looked at his code and shit. It was like, hey, man, this dude was inspired. He was inspired by Hex, you know. So it had caching, it had fucking audit, you know, like it was intelligently written. I'm like, yeah, good job, man. You know, if you're gonna build on top of Hex and you build something, build it good. It was built good, and like, you know, I wish more people would fucking make good products, you know, and like live the actual crypto dream, which is fucking no admin keys, no counterparty risk, hold your own keys, you know, like the most of that you can do. So many people wouldn't lose their money, you know, and enrich these scumbag criminals, middlemen criminals, fraud-fi. I coined that term. You like it? Fraud-fi. I don't think people realize I coined that term. Maybe I should just tell them real quick. I coined the term fraud-fi.
By the way, y'all, if you're up on the speaker stage, raise your hand so that I know you actually have some shit to say and that you're not just up here like fucking taking up spots, because I got tons of people.
Thank you for that. Can I have a question?
Go.
Yeah.
Good morning, you. Good morning, you.
Thanks.
I guess it's good night to good evening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You stay late. You stay late.
Yeah, I'm up late. I want to fucking sleep, y'all. These questions better be good as fuck.
Okay. Last question for you. Then you are free to sleep. And then when you wake up, it's a party day, 4th of July.
Whoa. All right.
All right. Okay. Richard, I saw you in Stockholm in June doing shopping.
Oh, nice. You saw me in June.
Yeah. Very
Where
nice.
was I? Instagram.
No, on Twitter. I saw you on the Drottninggatan. You know, you were doing shopping. Anyway, I used to work with luxury fashion, so if you wanna talk about fashion, I'm here for you.
All right. Well, fucking DM me. I love me some fashion.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about actually in fashion. It's not only the looks, and there's different layers to it.
I'm still trying to find out where Prada's getting these crystals, man.
Oh.
Prada has got these fucking crystals that are so good on these new products I'm buying. I bought like every single Prada crystal thing they make, and like I love them.
Yeah, Prada, one thing I want to mention, Prada, they are very creative, very, like they're on the edge of being edgy, being dominating in being really creative. They are really, really creative. That's true. If you watch their fashion show every season, almost everybody else is copying them. However, the company is a little bit Google. Anyway, aside from that, Richard, I want to ask your advice. So I work with Dealflow in DeFi. Can you please hook me up with some people? And I want to ask you what's your
like I basically live on an island. Like all these other people in DeFi are fucking alien to me. I don't have nothing to do with none of them. Like literally none of them.
Okay, so what's your...
I'm like the worst person in the world to ask for an intro to anyone else in DeFi because I don't know none of these motherfuckers.
They know you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's true.
So in your advice, what would you recommend, or what would you say the best advice for marketing?
Like what, a general DeFi project or what?
Yes, general DeFi project, and Yeah, as I mentioned, I work with the deal flow, so it's early investment opportunities, and also bring the projects and the VCs together.
I mean, well, like, why don't you try going to an actual like startup fair, like, you know, your local startup thing, and then throw a crypto angle in there? Because I'll go to startup things and there won't be that much crypto. So you just get a booth at like a normal startup fair kind of thing, but it's crypto, and they're looking for money. So that's my best advice on that one.
However, the startup, yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. The thing is that if they are not in crypto, they usually are fearful, and you have to
but look,
actually,
I mean,
convince them.
Hey, that's the whole game. They're fearful of everything. Like, it's, they're going to only buy a couple bags of a couple things, and everything else they're scared of. It's worth a try. It's what I would do.
When are you coming back to Stockholm next time?
It's a good question. I don't know. I'm usually secretive. I usually don't tell anyone where I'm going, and then I only like send pictures after I already left. It's like, it's a good season up there though. Like,
it's perfect.
It's pretty nice.
It's heaven. In the summer, it's heaven.
I'll come buy everything from you guys.
Yeah, you should. You should come. I'll be your personal shopper.
All right. It sounds good. Hey, it was good talking to you. I'll take a couple more questions. Ciao, ciao.
Hey, I have a question kind of building on what Ben Luck was saying before about stables.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a little weird offshoot paradigm. And I'm wondering if it makes more sense to build on this old theory of the Big Mac index, food industry being the best for inflation adjusted price, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that you can't stock the Big Macs to back it. Like, I've already thought about this. Like, you would prefer stable coin be actually stable, but then the problem is to make it actually stable, you actually have to buy that shit, and then that shit expires, or you have overhead from futures, and like, it's not that easy. You're thinking along the right lines, but your solution won't be so easily found.
Right. So build on that a little bit. So what if instead of like, because it really is just the price feed, right? So what if...
No. You actually have to have the stuff.
So buying the Big Macs?
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't stock them.
What if you can?
Well,
maybe that would work.
I mean, I've got gold
if you
mines.
can find a way to stock the Big Macs, it might work.
Like,
I mean,
I've got gold. Like, I literally have access to the gold mines that I can get discounted gold. Like, that's the only reason why I'm thinking about it, because I actually have this is vertical for me.
Well,
this is what I do.
Yeah, maybe
so instead of,
but just leave this. Forget about the stable angle and keep it pure the thing, and let someone else take the fucking encapsulation risk or whatever.
To stock the Big Macs if you treat it like a rebase protocol.
Guys,
and just peg
listen.
to it.
If I have sick as fuck like stable ideas, I'm not even going to share them with you because I'm going to do something with them myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so this line of questioning is basically fruitless. The only thing I can do is maybe take one of your ideas from you. Thanks.
Listen, DM me, man. I've got the gold mines. I'm not even kidding.
I believe you. I hear you. But I mean, London good bars is good. Look, the issue is more like there's a lot of money in the transportation and vaulting of this shit as well. So getting it out of the ground is like one part of the fucking problem. There's a lot
I'm
of
at
other parts.
$450 an ounce, and I got a 10% discount off that spot.
I hear you. Because it costs money to do all that other shit. That's where the other 10% is.
No, but that's no. That's delivered 10%.
Oh, okay.
Delivered it vaulted, delivered, full on.
What kind of iridium are you sticking in them fucking tungsten? You putting that tungsten in there?
No, not at all. This is actually I got 43101 Barrick and Newmont Mining guaranteed reserves. I got 43101. They spent $30 million in finding these reserves, and they walked away from them. I've got so much of this in a specific country that is really, let's just say it's the fastest growing country in the world. And you can find out where just by me saying that.
Is
so
it called
serious as fuck.
Is it called Wreckedville? Wreckedville is very popular this last couple months. All right, guys. guys. One last question, somebody. That's not a fucking stable. It's not a business idea. It's not a fucking stable. Give me something.
No, not at all. We're gonna go to a guy you probably love already. He is one of the greatest supporters of you. He's on these spaces all the time. He's running it fucking 24/7.
I'm ready.
Famous, you are fucking coming and bringing it from Portugal. My friend, ladies and gentlemen, Orca's friend, and I know Richard is your friend too, the famous one himself. Famous, what's up?
I hope my question doesn't get it's the last one of the night, but what's up, Richard? Good morning. Hope you're okay. Thanks for everything you did. I have a question. I don't know if anyone brought it up, but did we bring up the facts of what we're trying to do with the nodes?
Is this alternate chain EVM OS shit?
That's something else, but I don't know if you know about Frosty, but what we've been trying to doing as a community is that we've been trying to find
You're talking about becoming a validator in Pulse Chain? You talking about that?
No. We actually want to run nodes. We want hexagons to run nodes unselfishly, so we could run the consensus at the end of the day.
No, but like there's only 33 validators. And there might end up even being less, by the way, depending on what the dev team.
But
there's
we want to run the nodes.
Refactoring going on.
We want to run the nodes and not get paid. We just want to run them so we can.
Well, what I'm just saying is like, just listen. You're not part of consensus if you just run a normal node. Normal nodes don't do validating. They just rebroadcast system state to other people. They're useful for on-ramping new users and shit like that, but like, they're not that mandatory or vital. So I don't mind it. It's cool. But if you guys don't do it, it's okay too. Everything's gonna be fine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
we're just trying to find ways to help in any way, shape, or form unselfishly.
I think outbound marketing is the best, dude. Call people, say hi, tell them if you get crypto right, it could be the best thing financially that ever happens to you. And it has been for many others. I think that's what I'm doing with my time, is singing the praises of good shit, you know? I talk about the things I like. I think that's the best thing anybody could do right now. I'm drowning in devs. That shit cannot be quick. It can't be doing any quicker than it is. I think outreach to new users is what the community can do best, and it has been doing best, by the way. The vast majority of new users comes from you guys, not me. Same goes for content. So, you know, I appreciate what you guys do. I'm very thankful. I know it's hard to tell that sometimes because I'm you know, shaking my ass or whatever, but community is the most important thing. Like, the community is the most important thing in Hex and is the thing I am most proud of. It is the community. So that's you guys. I appreciate what you guys do.
We love you, man. We all love you.
Thank you, bro. Guys, I'm heading off. I hope that you've had a wonderful time, and keep up the good work. You know, bear markets don't last forever. Eventually, them big-ass green candles come, and I can't wait.
Happy July to you all.
Happy 4th, everybody. Talk to you later.
Happy 4th of July, yes.
Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate your time.